Growth. 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 Okay, I'm live.
I'm live. I'm dead.
Okay. Let's go, Serg. Let's increase the size a bit.
There we go. Nice.
Oh, this will be a good one. Nice.
Yeah, that's not bad. It's going to have fan art.
Oh, did you find something?
Yeah.
I still have this video playing in the background, the Paper Mario thing.
Oh,
I'm done with that now.
Okay, I was gonna say, I only wanted you to see, like, the FU thing.
Give me a second. To the phone.
Oh no. Scary Jason. How could you do this?
You have been moved to the phone.
Rarv. We're on stream, by the way, now.
Yeah, I know. Oh, this isn't fun.
I'm starting to get better at FIFA rules.
Hi.
Okay. Tried it. Died for it. Well, you know what?
Yep, you're done.
Lol, obvious mods on this right now. We'll get them videos. Because you know, it's very unusual seeing Claude randomly get 35 attack from one level up.
Did we even go to streaming, actually?
Nope.
No.
I'll put us there.
Okay.
Thank you.
We back.
Good.
By the way, you wanted me to know. You wanted an answer about names, Lois. What were your ideas again?
I'll tell you in a bit.
Okay.
I'll have a few more pop-ups in, so in fact I'll DM them to you. You can probably spot a theme in them there. I didn't realise you and Scrappy were watching Pokemon, so...
No, that's fine. We usually just kind of do it on a whim anyway.
Fair enough.
I know, like, Xavier has work on Monday and Tuesday, so I knew we weren't gonna be able to do any like Clone Wars, so
yeah, it's in your DMs anyway.
Right. I'll check it when I get the chance.
I'll get your Twitch up.
Rip. You did. Yeah, I want to get the question mark. Yeah.
Oh, happy face, you're fair and square. You gotta hold back, Claude. What does he do? He's using a hacked game right now.
Tuh.
Like, lol.
damn it.
This should be crazy.
Okay, that was really good. Yep, you're dead. Cool.
Imagine you live your entire life and Claude shows up, spouts a one-liner at you, and instantly murders you with a broken bow.
I'd expect nothing less from Joe Seeger.
Oh, I love his performance. Would you believe? Oh, by the way, Edelgard is voiced by Tara Platt, who is Mitsuru in Persona 3.
Huh.
Yep. I think I know of her work for Platt, but let me look it up just to be sure. Her name is very familiar.
Sounds familiar.
T. Tara Platt. Oh, I don't know if this is true today, but apparently married to Yuri Lowenthal.
Oh.
Alright, let's see. Yeah, Edelgard is the most recent voice. And Mitsuru. Yuri Watanabe for Spider-Man PS4. You know the news, the policewoman.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's see. Guard again. Tomorrow for the Naruto series. Not that much. Amelia Rage and I Know for Guilty Gear Xrd Sign. For Bayonetta 2, Glamour and Alaroon. I don't know who those are. Let's see. Scrolling through. She's done Tamari a lot. Wow.
All I remember about Bayonetta 2 is that there was time travel involved.
Here's Smash Bros. All I heard was the 3.
Nice.
Alright, let's see. Apparently she voiced Trombone in Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
Huh. Trombone.
I'm like, I don't hear it.
Well, I guess that just means they have a
Good voice range.
yeah, good voice range.
I know. I mean, otherwise it's very obvious who's who. Oh wait a minute.
Well, I mean, you can usually like tell or like voices end up sounding familiar after a while.
Let me look for this because okay, she doesn't do this in only in Dawn of the New World she voices Rain.
Oh, okay. Only the new Dawn of the New World. Not
Only in the sequel game, yeah.
Okay. Who did Rain in the original?
Getting it up. Two versus Rain. Kari Walgreen. Walgren.
Okay.
Let me see if there's a name there that's familiar. Just give me a moment.
Okay.
I'm like just looking for something recent. Katana from Mortal Kombat 11. That's neat. Na na na.
Crap. I need to be in fever.
A couple side voices in a couple shows. Starfire for Injustice 2.
Oh.
Because she's actually one of the better characters. Just scrolling through this page as much as possible to see if I recognize anything. Quite a few pages. Got quite a few on here actually.
Oh. Boy. Yeah. Damn it.
I was being a little wobbly. A Tiger Relay for Conan's team, that's interesting. He's done quite a bit. Unfortunately, oh, apparently. Load this up. I want to make sure the image is correct. Also gotta fix my call.
Wow.
Call hopefully is fixed. Apparently she voices Latoria in the Fate series. That's neat. And somebody named here, I don't know.
Anything familiar to any of us?
Just a couple like side voices or like weird. It just says like name person or something like that, or like number one or something like that. So I'm like, oh, apparently she. Oh, okay, here's one. Dark Lord Gal and Phosphora for Kid Icarus Uprising.
Oh, nice.
That's neat, actually.
I like when what is it? Paul St. Peter talks about this stuff. It was just like he credited as like third samurai from the left.
Jill Valentine for UMVC 3. That's neat. Samurai from the left.
You've been giving
I
me a
play
Kingdom
Guy in
Hearts, so I'm
bar.
gonna be really pissed off.
I play Guy in bar. Oh wait. There are Can you just hear my thumb just like hitting the screen?
A little bit, yes.
I'll try to be careful with that. A lot of like Naruto side characters.
I don't want to do Fever again, dang it.
Maybe you need a medicine.
Just...
I'm not finding much. There's a lot of names, you know?
Yeah. Oh well.
Oh wait. Oh wait, Jean for No More Heroes? Really? What? That's really funny.
Oh, why did
I don't
I
know
do
why.
that? Damn it.
Because we're Sonic Heroes, I don't know.
I said No More Heroes. Oh wait, maybe something. You're talking about something else. Sorry. Ah!
Yes, okay. Non-stop fever. Oh, okay. This is just Bing Bang mode. Yeah, that's what it is. I can talk.
Tsuruya for Melancholy of Haru Suzumiya.
Who? Wait, what?
Tsuruya?
Tsuruya.
If I pronounced that correct?
I think I might know who that. I think I might know who that is. Does she have like a fang?
What?
Does she have like a fang tooth sticking out?
I don't know. The picture's not showing that. She has like dark green hair.
That's probably That's probably who I'm thinking of.
All right.
It might be someone else. Either way.
Hopefully I was pronouncing that correct.
Yeah. You never really know Japanese names.
Oh yes, that's the perfect name. I apologize if it was Japanese.
Oh god, no!
No! Yes. No! Yes.
Yes.
No! 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 Yes.
Yes! Yes! Oh, wait, what?
I'm gonna die.
You're gonna die! That felt really awkward for me to say.
Dude, there's a lot of times when I, like, immediately after I say something, I'm just immediately embarrassed because it's like, that was stupid. This is never gonna end, we're just gonna be in this endless loop.
Oof.
Alfred apparently created Invincible Amiibo.
Nice. And it beat hard.
Let me see this. I'm about to find out.
Why'd I do that? No. Yeah, I'm dead. This is a bust. Well, maybe not. Yeah, no. We dead. That was an interesting game mode. I mean, it's basically just Big Bang before Big Bang, but still.
He was talking about like certainly like our challengers like somebody's apparently Kirby's killed like 14 gods.
Probably, yeah.
Sounds about right.
I wouldn't be surprised if the number was more than that.
Oh!
Oh boy,
Man, all these people are being so rude to Alpha.
I don't understand this underwater thing.
And now the crowd is gonna take him on.
No, why? Damn it.
A little bit. I gotta get
Yeah,
the
big.
eggs.
Alright.
What?
Did weird stuff happen?
Apparently, Kirby super armored through Buster Wolf.
Oh.
Oh!
Oh great, I need to stop like building this up so much. Crap. I'm gonna die.
Why is this player just called a giraffe?
I'm a giraffe!
I'm a giraffe! Just slides by really quickly.
Say Colorado. I'm a giraffe!
I love that video.
Okay, that works. Alright.
Kirby's being bad. He's auto-healing. Or regen, I guess is the better term. Hey, kamikaze, going on your own terms. I respect it. The Kirby had stole all 3 stocks. He was down to 1. He's like, nope.
Are you playing Smash?
Watching Alpharad.
Oh.
He's basically watching everybody fight as Amiibo.
Alright, see what we got here. Oh, okay, that's fine.
So Kirby took 2 stocks without even hitting him once.
No.
It was an actual shutout for the record.
Wow.
I mean, that's what happens when heroes start with top deck, sometimes. Kirby has a mission to defeat all of gaming. Ah.
I don't know if it's just me, but I don't think Kirby's necessarily as terrible as Hob necessarily makes him out to be in Ultimate. He's not great, but I don't think Hob usually makes it out like he's like the worst character, and it's not even close.
I got that. Wait. Man.
I'm gonna die again. Yeah. His combos aren't even half bad, to be honest with you.
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't know how to play Curb.
I mean, yeah. I don't know, he's probably like low, he's still probably like low tier, but yeah.
How about very low mid?
Yeah, I don't think he's bottom, he's like bottom tier. Like, he feels better than that. If that makes any sense.
I have a lot more Sobble to get rid of from PC. I made a promise to Nick, and I'm gonna hold it. Or so it's a favor, so I have to do this for him. Because I promised him I'd breed him Sobble and the last two Alolan starters. And I even put a time limit on myself just to prove how much I am a man of my word. As in, I gotta get all 3 shinies by Saturday.
RNG, my friend.
Don't worry, I got Litten and Joltik in one day, in less than 100 eggs both.
Nice.
Granted, that was pure luck, but... I mean, my luck's done well for me before. How many shinies do you have again, Lewis?
Shush.
Speaking of which, Nick said he has a shiny G-Max Duraludon raid saved up for later.
Oh, nice.
Wow, okay, I didn't even mean to do
that. What, for a bit today?
Well, no, he says he can get it done by... well, yeah, no, he's working now.
Ah.
I didn't even mean to do that bit of a combo.
The good thing about the breeding thing is it doesn't matter if what IVs it is, or if you're gonna get the HA. It's gotta get the shiny.
Because we're getting.
Because he just wants the legit.
We're getting. This funny thing is we're getting the hidden ability capsule.
Yeah, I know.
With
God, I need to get a new controller. My D-pad's starting to fuck up on me.
That was an ending.
Got many more eggs to go. At least I cleared out most of my space. I promised Nick a US trained sniper, so. It's so funny just seeing the G-Max Tellian.
Well, just the fact that it's literally a big stand on its own tail.
Yeah.
And then it has like a harpoon made of water.
It's a harpoon gun. I also still love how when I got him the shiny group key, I promised him I just called it hard DK no DK Easy Bot. Sorry.
Nice.
It had to be DK Easy Bot.
Woohoo!
It's a gorilla. Come on. We're like, what am I gonna call this? Oh wait a minute, I shouldn't ask Nick what the name is. I know exactly what to name it. He was very happy, what's supposed to say. Because he was laughing his ass off. I mean, hell, his Incineroar is called Right Arrow B, Side B.
Yeah.
You said call it Side B, I'm like, I got a better idea. I did one up. And I'm a little bit more used to the pain of shiny grinding now, at least. I don't recommend it unless you really don't want to feel any more emotions.
I usually just listen to like podcasts or something if I do like grinding crap like that.
I do have videos playing in the background right now. Although when I was getting him a shiny Litten for Nick, all I did was I was just talking to my mom and my sister in car ride. I mean, it made an hour go by like half an hour.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Goody goody.
Anything that makes it go by faster.
Yeah, right.
Well, I'm all. What? Da 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 da. I just love how abrupt to be continued memes end.
Oh yeah. Da, 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 da.
It's just like hi there. Da, 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 da.
Yeah.
Just kind of made me go, oh no.
Oh, I should have that as one of the Kinmas free deaths.
When you screw up.
Yeah, it's like.
If it's an obviously your own fault death.
Well, it doesn't matter. Well, it doesn't matter the context.
Like, baby.
It doesn't matter the context. Just like it's like it's just to be continued.
No, if the part ends on a death. And like the dev counter is also like faded appropriately with the filter.
I'll try.
Right now, all I'm doing is waiting for my favorite website to legally upload Persona 5 the animation dub.
Don't know if you should be saying that on stream, but okay.
Well, luckily I'm not saying any website names. As long as you don't say any, as long as they don't give names, we're fine, right?
I guess.
Browsers.com. What?
Yeah, and I
Pornhub.
mean, Kiss Anime is completely gone now, so...
Yeah, Kiss Anime's gone.
Never really used that, but whatever.
Neither did I.
It does kind of suck though.
There's other sites, but
Yeah.
Wait, when did that go down?
the other day.
Yeah, like not that long ago.
I'll check.
To be fair, it was kind of annoying to work with, if I'll be honest.
It was. That's why I just stopped using it.
Yeah, I haven't. Yeah.
That's that I wasn't fine.
It's not really much of a huge loss to me.
Yeah, me neither. You never know when the others are gonna go out though, is the thing.
Just have to make most of them.
Hmm. Welcome to my streams where we talk about piracy.
Yar, bitches. Yar.
Yar.
Part of me is wondering, is it worth getting Funimation just to watch the show?
Mm.
I mean, I get to watch all these other shows HD on my TV, so.
Either Funimation or Crunchyroll.
Yeah.
Well, the P5A dub's only on Funimation.
Alright.
I mean, with that I can watch. With that I can at least watch freaking the rest of Nichijou on my TV.
When you two like continuing that anyway?
Don't say pass.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Jason. Has that become a thing now, where you actually know what I'm gonna say?
Because like
Well,
but it's more like I want to continue, so don't say that.
And I mean, as one thing as well, Lewis, is that the sooner you can do that, the sooner Jason suffers with angel beats.
That is true.
And I want to see that really badly.
Are you gonna join us for that?
Yes, I want to see how you react.
Okay, better question. Do you think I'll handle this or ReZero better?
Probably angel beats, to be honest.
That scares me about ReZero.
It's a different kind of thing, though, because without going into specifics, Angel Beats is more emotionally messed up, whereas ReZero is more
Physically messed up.
Yeah.
Or funny, I guess is a better way to say it.
It's more like gruesome kind of horror.
Too bad the director's cut isn't in dub.
Apparently not.
I just prefer dubs overall if I can get to that.
Yeah. It wasn't dubbed when I watched it, so.
Well, yeah, you told me that he said that there's no dub for that version.
Well, I'm not even talking about the director's cut, but the original show just didn't have a dub when I saw it.
Oh. Was that a censored version?
Kind of. The director's cut, basically, it's just. I think it's just better quality. Like some things are less, less censored. And there's like an extra scene at the end.
We're talking ReZero.
ReZero, yeah.
Yeah, because I'm gonna have to get that eventually.
I don't think the differences are too drastic, but I did notice a few things. Then again, it's been a while, so... Or like, since I've seen the original. Then again, I don't know how well you can put up with like gore and stuff. So I don't know.
I mean, I play Mortal Kombat.
Oh, you should be good then, because Mortal Kombat.
Well, I mean, it's not, like that's like intentionally over the top of the sake of spectacle is the thing.
Yeah. I mean, like,
I can't watch horror movies though. Is the thing.
Right. Yeah, I can't watch
You
horror
cannot
movies
pay to
either.
watch a horror movie.
No, yeah, because the thing is, like, with ReZero, like, I know some, like, things are gonna happen, and I still wince.
Maybe before we watch it, I'll watch like a Mortal Kombat Fatality compilation.
Yeah.
Just to keep myself from potentially throwing up at the sound of things.
Oh, man. I don't know when this is gonna get translated, but Dom actually told me about a something that happens in an arc way later, in like the web novels or whatever, and it it sounds like so like horrifying. I'm not gonna talk about it.
How many limbs are lost? Let's just ask that.
I mean, that's...
Yes?
I'm not sure about limbs, but it's worse than that.
Worse than limbs?
Worse than limbs.
I'm not sure I should watch this show. I mean, I'm already terrified about Angel Beats.
Do you want me to give like a vague context?
Go for it.
Apparently, apparently one of the characters in this scene has the like half of their body just completely cut off.
Is it in detail?
It's this isn't actually like in the anime yet. This is like 6 arcs or something like beyond what the show is right now.
Well, cause I'm like, can it be any worse or than anything like Elven Lied?
I haven't seen that.
I've heard things about Elfen Lied.
Okay, here's a better idea. Have you seen the death battle with Carnage and that one girl from Elven Lied?
I think I skimmed through that. I don't remember. I don't think I saw the whole thing.
She literally can blow you up with her mind, and I mean blow up in a bloody gore.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Death is a very common thing. Let's just say that.
Jeez.
And I believe it's because some bullies killed a puppy.
Wow.
Just to torture her. If I recall correctly, from what the data showed.
So it's a slightly fucking more psychotic John Wick, alright.
Oh boy. I wonder if I'm gonna get as sick as the Sobble sound as I am gonna be for bad. Clearing
Yeah,
up
but the thing is about Sobble's cries isn't it isn't as grating.
I don't know about you, I honestly find Blue a little stupid. That's a personal thing.
Who dis?
New friend, who dis?
It's Xavier!
Oh, it's the boy.
Okay. General Kenobi cannot speak to us. Xavier, if you can hear us, say something in my DMs.
Hi.
Something in my DMs.
Oh.
I mean, you asked.
How are ya?
I'm good. I'm just booting up Animal Crossing.
Hi, how are you?
Wonderful weather.
Hi, how are you? Wonderful
No.
weather we're having.
No news that I can think of. It's only Tuesday, so be sure to pace yourselves. Don't overdo it. Well, Isabel's signing off.
By the way, CJ was in my town today.
Oh.
I mean, I'm kind of glad because I finally, because like I haven't played any games for like 2-3 days. After yesterday, anyways.
Right.
Before yesterday, whatever.
I just gave Hollow Knight a little bit of a test out before I decided I want to stream it.
And
Good lord, the control already feels so fucking smooth. It's like butter.
oh yeah, I love the control.
Yeah, I've seen a bit of Hollow Knight.
Oh, Hollow Knight, yeah. I have that game. It's good, but like, I should get back to it at some point.
I need to get back to it at some point.
It looks pretty hard.
Yeah,
I hear. Yeah, for what I've seen of later games, but it looks really hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I even saw like some Tommy John review and it said like it said like some people refer to it as the Dark Souls of Metroidvanias, which in this case is actually kind of appropriate. Like, especially since similar to Dark Souls, where like save points are like campfires in that game. In Hollow Knight, save points are park benches.
Oh yeah. So I've seen that. Yeah.
I would be playing Smash today, but I can't because I have a promise to make.
And what promise is that?
I promised to get a couple shiny Pokemon.
Keep the promise to Maria.
And Xavier, do you want to play some Smash? Get well?
Sure, why not?
Okay, I'm gonna go get a drink. I'll be right back.
Alright.
Oh god.
Brent said he spot dodged. Lol, he did.
Lol. Yeah, let's try that again.
Hey, guess what? An ad. I'm gonna skip you.
Alright, what fish should I catch?
Is it just
a great white shark?
Is it just me, or have ads on YouTube been more prevalent nowadays?
Yeah, I'm glad I'm not the only one who thinks
Because
that. And
like, when I get through like a simple video now, I get like 2 to 3 ads.
yeah, same. And honestly, the irony is that the ads that I get are for YouTube Premium, saying, "Hey, watch YouTube videos uninterrupted." It's almost as if they're trying to say, "Buy YouTube Premium."
Yeah, right.
Did ad block, which I probably should do myself.
Well, I should reinstall that. I'm pretty I don't know what happened to it, because I'm pretty sure I had ad block for a while. I don't know what happened.
Ooh, I found a lost item. I wonder who it belongs to.
I'm gonna randomly guess Pashmina.
Well, investigate. It's a comic. There's a girl with big sparkling eyes on the cover. She's probably the hero.
Might be Pash, actually.
Well, hey Drago, I just talked to you, but did you lose this?
Answer is...
Oh no,
Sorry,
it
but
didn't
it's
work out
fine.
right. No.
Maybe I thought... Oh, it's Taggies.
Okay.
Crap. Oh, of course it goes right there.
Long.
Live the king.
Little Z and Jigglypuff. Fred's king of skill is using Little Mac. I sense one of these characters is not gonna win.
Hey Tangy, I found a comic you lost. Whoa, I cannot believe you found this. I thought this comic was lost forever. Thank you so much. Here, I want to give you a reward. Clothing. What is it? A caveman tank.
I gave this little white
thanks.
to my friend Rob. Because I was like, I think he'd like this better than I would.
Alright. Are you crafted, son? No, you're not, but I'll say hi anyways. Oh. Yes, I know about the bug off this Saturday, Megan. I saw the bulletin message.
When I read the bulletin board, I just kind of wait for Isabel to say things.
I mean, like, the bulletin board hardly ever gets updated, but good thing there are visual cues for when it does. Because you know what? Like, yeah, like, yeah. Whenever there's a new message on the bulletin board, a bird will sit on the porch. At least during the daytime. During the nighttime, it's an owl.
I think 6 p.m. onwards, it's an owl.
Ooh, Sprocket is crafting something.
What you making, son?
A doghouse. I think I know how to make that. Yep, I already. Yeah.
If you give it to me, I can send it to a friend for a DIY. For their DIY. Look.
Okay, I'm here and I'm back.
Welcome back.
Hi, Dad.
Hi. Wait, you're not my son.
Are you winning, son?
That's my line.
DC.
Are you winning, son?
No, I just rage quit.
Well, you're. Yeah, that's my boy.
My boy.
Are you winning, son? I like trains. Haha, yes you do.
I like trains.
The robbery.
Hey,
Oh no!
you know Hey, you know who's gay? Yeah.
And like, hey, you know who's gay? Us. Like, because I could even just cut to them getting married.
Is that one of the more recent ones?
I think that was like, was that 4?
I don't recall.
Sorry, I messed it up.
It was.
Well, the I like trains getting run over sounds like 4.
Yeah.
That are 2.
So it's for 2069.
Of course.
Oh no, I think 4 was here comes the airplane.
Oh yeah. Yeah, because I think like I think at that point like the guy who voiced the I Like Trains kid, he passed away.
What?
Yeah, I think like he died of cancer or whatever.
Wait, that was Ed.
Like yeah, because I know that the guy who voiced the I Like Trains kid, he died.
Because I know it was. I know he was like. It was the main Ed's world. So. Fucking, I didn't realise that Ed Gold was the I Like Trains kid as well.
Alright, I'm booting up Smash.
Beep, comic beep, beep, smash turn on.
Damn it.
Do it, Xavier, do you know what time when the G5A episode's being posted?
I don't know.
Because I might actually just sub to Funimation just to see it. I really want to see it.
Did you want to watch the dub?
Of course.
Of course.
I mean, may as well hear the voices from the games in the show.
It might actually be a bit more interesting once we have the voices on.
Yeah.
That just might be a me thing because I'm used to the English dub already from the game. I mean, I am used to the Japanese dub to a slight extent thanks to PQ2, but regardless. God, I have so many King of Skill videos playing in the background just to make this go by.
I like how in the middle of the most recent King of Skill video, that was when the patch came out.
Xavier dropped for a moment. Oh, what's on my Twitter? Oh my god.
What?
Ultra just reposted something. I could retweet. I'm just gonna DM that to a friend.
Someone else come in, or was it?
Probably Xavier coming back. Yeah, it's Xavier back.
Oh, okay. Amity.
How many characters do you have to go through, Harry? Lot?
Yeah.
Hey!
And you're gonna have to go for even
You
more
gotta get
later.
the correct angle. You can't just get the early kill on me with the bowling ball this time.
It's like...
Yeah.
I think it's like bigger than Melee's roster big.
By 1!
Something like that. I'll check I'll check after when I can.
That was very close.
Yeah. No! Oh! Nice try.
Wait, we're playing a basketball game. Why aren't you guys playing as Mario, who loves to dunk?
That's a good point. We just... Could we...
I'm
Oh,
sure.
Maro.
What happened?
How about now? Nope. How about now? Nope. How about now?
Ooh. Mine.
40.
Fine.
Mine.
Oh, good. A Wawa ad. I don't care.
That's the place that Johnny used to work at, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he used to work
Yeah,
there.
he did.
Oh dang it! That
Look at
didn't
my
work.
narrative to be. I'm gonna play in fucking traffic. I swear to fucking God. Watch your profanity. I don't know. I just wait to watch your profanity.
Hey!
Oh, holy hell!
How about now?
Woo! Nope. Not yet.
Oh no! Crap. Damn it!
Oh! Nope.
Excavation. What?
Nope.
I see. Weird.
Okay.
Come on and slam! And welcome to the jam!
So if I just send this at you, are you just gonna get murdered?
Get what you deserve.
Whoa, okay, I see. You weren't kidding
What
when you
happened?
said, like, you're gonna send, like, a bucket load of garbage Puyo.
Wait, what? What happened?
It's a game mode where you have to, like, get to a star or something, and it just sends, like, comets at the other player.
What?
Like, a bucket load of garbage Puyo, basically.
Oh, like the top blocks when they say like stars or whatever that is.
Yeah.
So it's the game of clear the garbage first.
Get to a specific point in the garbage, yeah.
That's unique.
It sounds like it would be really
We
easy.
don't deck those!
Really easy for this against the CPUs, though.
Ha 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 ha! Ronaldinho sucker!
What the fuck?
What'd you do?
Oh.
Oh, that's what it is. I didn't realize.
Alright, yeah, this is supposed to be a soccer one, but like, I'll take a step.
They knock each other into the portal and then we die.
Yeah.
This will be fun.
Yeah. Oh, like, because like we're playing Smash Kid Bob, but like I decided to pick one of my custom stages because I have like the soccer one.
The FIFA stage or something?
Yeah, the FIFA one.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Because like I'm even like just remembering like a little Z's Smash Olympics 2 video, and this was one of the stages that was featured. No!
Tobble's not being as kind to me. Well, this is the grind.
Oh, Falcon Cake!
Ooh!
Oh, that's sure.
Woo! Ooh!
Oh god, I wasn't paying attention. Where'd that come from?
Oh no! No!
Yeah, that's good. Kill me. It's fine. Yatta!
That didn't even last. Didn't lasted like a minute and a half.
Let's try this again.
It's like an actual match versus Captain Falcon. Also, Xavier, notice how better the online is with just 2 people.
Yeah.
Yeah, our 1v1s has actually been pretty good whenever we had those.
Yeah, we're doing the run back.
You guys should do a villager just so and see what happens.
Oh, yeah, see whose villager is the better one.
It's obviously Xavier's.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I was gonna say, I'll bet the question.
It doesn't hurt to try.
He just juggled me into the goal!
What are you, Bayo?
No, he's still Captain Falcon.
Oh my god, that was so weird!
Yeah.
I bounced off, I used side B, bounced off for Xavier and then just hit the ledge.
Headshot! Why does that sound always make me laugh? That
Ah.
Oh god. I didn't think this through. No! Stop this! Damn it. Okay.
Screw it. You know what I'm gonna do for background music? I'm gonna put on the Kid Icarus Uprising soundtrack.
You almost went into the goal from the AoE.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, not this stupid thing.
No!
Let me know if it gets too loud and I'll turn it down.
Hey! Oh!
Hey, Lamar. Whose idea was this mode? It's so stupid. There it is.
Oh god. Oh, that was weird. Jeez!
I love how the opening to Uprising is like a mini medley as well. Some of the songs in the game.
Oh! I was so close! I was so close to the goal!
That was fucking...
Oh, jeez! Will this work? Yes!
Oh shit!
Oh, jeez!
How are you ticking?
Yeah, I don't even know. I'm just getting all the checks here.
Alright, keep.
Nope, I can't take that. This is actually this is a lot more fun than I thought it would be.
Why did I do it like
Alright.
that?
Alright, villager time, fuck you, let's go.
Yeah, let's do it.
Are you actually doing a go?
Yeah, doing villager dittos.
Where are you, Bill? Where are you, Billy? Change into something a little bit more sporty.
Nice.
I love the Uprising soundtrack because I recognize during the flight music, I know all the musical cues. Like I know what's happening with the musical timings.
Are you playing Uprising?
No, I had the soundtrack in the background while I'm hunting it, while I'm hatching eggs.
Whoop, we're back to basketball.
Pit's diving down now. God, the soundtrack is so good.
Ow! Oh, that jab log's okay.
Let's see.
Hit Palpatine is getting a little bit of tutorials right here. I know that much.
Ooh. I'll do it again.
There's 20 characters.
Okay. How many does Melee have?
Like 26.
Okay.
I did learn this, right? I didn't.
You never finished it.
Yay!
I never finished.
Here, you did? Kid Icarus Uprising, you never finished it, have you?
No. I don't remember where I got.
Did you reach the midway point at least? Did you beat Medusa?
No.
Oh, you're not even halfway done.
No, I'm nowhere near halfway, I know that much.
You hear the people's cheers? They're celebrating the return of the goddess Palutena!
Maybe it's doing fine, right? Seems so. Good.
The flight sections are so good in this game.
Yeah.
You hear the people's cheers? They're cheering.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was doing.
You hear the people's cheers?
Yeah.
They're cheering for a Switch port. My favorite game, Kid Icarus.
Kid Icarus Uprising.
Can you imagine this game in HD?
I
yeah.
want it with I want to play the game with a better controller. Being blunt.
Same.
Because whenever I play, when I play Uprising, I feel like I'm like destroying the 3DS.
Well, like how people apparently broke their 3DSs just doing the Smash 3DS demo.
Yeah. I tore the thing
I'm like, people, right?
Dude, I managed to tear off the rubber from the final game.
Yeah, like that.
Surprisingly, it's surprisingly easy
that
to
happened
do.
to me.
It's surprisingly easy to do, Jason.
Although to be fair, Kid Icarus Uprising did actually break my I lost my L button, which is bad because that's the fire button.
Fire.
Because R is the recenter.
Yeah. It doesn't help that I'm left-handed, which makes it more awkward than it needs to be.
Wait, are you left-handed?
Yes.
Oof.
Okay, I learned something new about you.
Oh, I didn't realize I never said that.
I never heard you talk about being.
Yeah, I don't think I've heard of this either.
I just. Well, there you go, I guess.
I'm mainly right-handed, but I can be semi-ambidextrous.
I air dodged into it! I air dodged into the net!
I'm assuming you guys are all like mainly right-handed.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes more sense. Because from my understanding, the game Uprising's more designed around right-handed people.
Yeah, but I know, but leave it to Sakura to at least attempt a left-handed solution without a pro.
Yeah, it's not the greatest though.
Boss fight 1, here we go.
When in doubt, just cartwheel.
Yeah.
I love this song. Boss fight 1 is such a good song.
Dark Pit's theme is probably my
Okay.
favorite.
Hey!
Dark Pit's theme is definitely one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a bit more actually. I like the Dark Pit flying song a bit more.
I don't think I've heard that.
Well, no, it's just called Dark Pit, not Dark Pit's theme.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I know. Well, I know there's like two different themes for him.
Yeah.
Like the Dark Pit's theme is the da 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 bum 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 bum
Yeah.
da 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 where it has the drums.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and then I have heard both of those.
Dark Pit is just a 5-minute flight song.
Right. Yeah, no, I've heard both of those themes.
Oh, I don't do Smash Run in 3DS without that.
Really?
because if you're doing that song, if you pause, the song stops.
Yeah, it's perfectly timed.
Does
That's why I know, like that and Wrath of the Reset Bomb also do that.
Didn't they like remove one of those themes for Ultimate? Like one of the
I think we removed Dark Pit, just regular Dark Pit.
Yeah, there was the flying Dark Pit.
I guess because Dark Pit's theme's already there.
Kind of sucks though. I think they're different enough to warrant it.
Yeah, because I mean, like I was kind of hoping that they would use a few songs from Pac-Man Championship Edition for Smash Run, since those songs are 5 minutes as well. I mean, like I know that Namco wants to represent classic Pac-Man and not modern Pac-Man, but that'll still be cool. Because yeah, like those songs are 5 minutes. It's perfect. It would be good for a Smash Run bit. But that's just me.
I was saying this, I think yesterday with Jason, but it's such a crime that mode is stuck on handheld.
Yeah, if Smash Run was on Ultimate, then it would definitely make the game better than it already is.
Yeah. It would be good to have some actual like platforming stuff in there.
Oh, that was you. I thought that was me.
I'm on the Madness of the Dark Lord in flying song.
Ah, I thought that would just.
Oh, I should have placed that over there.
What?
I just went through the fucking cannon!
Did you see how close that was?
It was literally pixel away.
Yeah.
Man, we went from a 2.5-minute flight theme to a 4-minute flight theme. I do like how the flight stages are at least a nice confined time.
Yeah.
Like 5 minutes at most.
There it is.
It's basically Star Fox and drugs.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, especially Medusa's stage. That is definitely Star Fox on drugs.
Are you talking about, you mean Pandora?
Sorry, yeah, Pandora stage. My bad.
Right.
Oh god.
The live run of the sea, that was a fun, that was an interesting level.
Yeah,
that was cool.
Yeah, especially like it's like let's see how many we could use these low poly visuals and make a whole level out of it.
So why is there an extra tank here? I want to get my driving license. It didn't occur to me. How can I steer without hands? How to build a parking lot without hands? Hard work and determination. I love the writing in the game too. It's so good.
Yeah. I don't know why I down throw. That was supposed to be a back throw.
Yeah. Oh god.
Ooh.
Also, I'd argue that Uprising probably is the best instance of that voice acting Nintendo game.
It's definitely up there.
Well, for one thing, because it's so because it's such a big thing throughout the whole game.
The thing of that is the fact that there aren't many Nintendo franchises that have voice acting.
Yeah.
It's like the best. It's like what? It's like the only other runner-up I can think of now is WarioWare.
Yeah.
Warrior Gold, Star Fox.
Oh yeah, right.
I guess. Well, Star Fox is like such an on and off franchise.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we went for bit
Yeah.
Yeah.
to actual voicing.
Yeah. Oh, you got the vase! He pocketed the vase!
I just fucking yeeted at you.
I think Pit's going at the wall right now.
No!
It's in my face! It's fun, right?
Your villager's not too bad, by the way.
Thank you.
Oh, right now I remember where he is. He's in this he's in that little crystal cave right now in this part. Now I remember it.
Alright, game 3.
Yeah.
Switch to fucking football.
Yeah, what if we switch this to that?
Yeah!
Yep! You called it! You called it!
Do it.
Yeah, boy.
Oh, here comes the the balloon guy, I believe it was called, chasing Pip through the chasm.
I never actually. Speaking of 3DS stuff, I never actually finished Dream Team either.
Oh, that's a great game.
Kinda.
If I ever get a 3DS capture, I'd definitely do Uprising. Although I might do what Ted did and just use a completed file. Just for the sake of having more stuff to work with and for the sake of pacing for the level.
Yeah.
You played on 5.0 each time, which is fair enough to go on.
I mean, there were a few levels where you played on 5.1, you know, to mix it up.
5.0.
He also did the. I also remember that he actually did the Medusa level without the 3 Sacred Treasures.
Oh.
Yeah, he just went with his rose staff the whole time.
Yeah.
It's a good weapon, but
What?
I'm very basic. I actually like using First Blade and actually I like the Silver Bow, which is Darpit's bow.
Right.
Which is interestingly in lore a prototype Palutena's bow.
Oh.
What's also interesting is I think during the flight section where you fight Dark Pit, he's actually using a first. No, I think it was in his weapon. No, in the fight with Pandora, he's actually using a First Blade.
A lot of these interactions are just a fucking Spider-Man pointing.
Yeah, pretty much.
A lot, because like I like the Dark Pit level how he's constantly using actual weapons.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Like he had to use during that bit where he's trying to snipe at you from the cliff. He's actually using the Dark Pit staff.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, because that is the weapon with the highest range in the game.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah!
And I believe that the farther your opponent is, the more damage it does.
That makes sense for a start.
Eddie, here comes in with the equalizer.
I also remember there's a weapon called the Flintlock Staff, which has like the slowest charge time of anything I've ever seen, and no melee whatsoever, right? but its charge shot is one of the strongest in the entire game.
Mm.
If you want the strongest weapon in the game, go with the Magnus Club and go on multiplayer mode. Would you believe that's the meta?
That's pretty good.
Because Magnus Club can one-shot a lot of things.
That's amusing.
I can't play clubs, though.
No, no, no! Oh!
Except for, I think, the Atlas... I think it's called the Atlas Club, I think it's the one I can use.
Oh! You were so lucky the goalie saved you.
I think next should be Madness' theme in this playlist. Yeah. Madness' theme is so good. By the way, Harry, in the later chapter, you actually get to play as Magnus.
Oh yeah, I know.
It's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Oh, that was fun.
Yeah, that was fun.
Although there is an achievement where you have to complete the chapter or an entire chapter without taking any damage.
Wait, what?
There's an achievement where you have to complete that entire chapter without taking any damage.
Screw that. I don't have time for that.
You can play on low difficulty.
Yeah, but still.
Alright, I'll be right back.
No, the ground part's the hard part. It's the flying bit that got me, and it's not even because of the enemies. It's because of a rogue piece of the debris in the background. I'm like, fuck! Because, you know the worst part is? It starts with the land section.
Oh. That's okay.
Yeah, because the Magnus level starts in the land section because Pit needs Magnus' help, and then Veridi eventually gives him the power to fly.
Okay.
Interestingly, the boss of that level is actually Pit's body. Let's just say that.
Ha.
Spoilers, Jason.
Context: there is none.
Fair enough. So essentially a fighting pit.
Yeah, basically. I don't remember what weapon he uses though. I think he's using Dark Blade. No, Darkness Bow. I just love it that the characters actually use, like Pit and Dark Pit actually just use legit weapons in the game.
Yeah.
Lewis, you own the game, right?
Yes.
Have you ever played the online?
No.
You missed out.
Are the servers still up?
I don't know, but you should check, because that's some good shit.
I think I've seen some videos on the multiplayer, like back in the day.
Have you got the game, Jason?
That's your really high intense stuff.
Jason,
But
have you got the game?
I'm back.
I don't have the game on me right. I can't play on my 3DS XL. Too big. It's a lot more heavy. So I could actually play my 3DS game. I could actually play the game without a stand. So.
Oh crap, this is gonna be close.
Ooh, Heads of the Hydra. I like this one.
Though.
Come on, give me the right things.
Although this is making me really want to play the game again. If the servers are still up, I do
Alright.
recommend giving it a go once you get used to it.
Alright, I'm on. Cool.
There's the Hydra over there. Hey, he can fly too. It's like the only one who can fly on is you.
I'm depending on you to fly.
Where did you learn to fly? Oh no. Oh.
Okay, right here, I think he's right at the Hydra's back, and they're just bickering amongst each other.
Ooh, nice.
I am not a piece of meat. Everyone, shut up
Ooh,
and focus! And I remember during this part, you actually are slightly timed to beat the Q draw while it's flying. Because you know, power flight.
Yeah.
If you don't beat it in time, what happens is Palutena gets this big mega fuck you laser. So because you know we have to hurry. I also do like the detail that the heads that you destroy in order do actually like talk to you differently in the main stage.
What the fuck just happened?
Because the first two heads you defeat land for the main stage, while the third one stays on the body to be destroyed. Did you play Thanatos, Harry?
Wait, what?
Thanatos. Did you do that one?
That doesn't sound familiar.
Actually, it's Thanatos now. The extra H is for amazing.
I don't think I did that. No.
Oh, the C4 Palace. That's also one of the harder levels. Only because you know how there's those gates that have like, hey, you need to play on a certain intensity to get through. Well, there's a 9.0 gate. Luckily, the gate is right as soon as you land, so the trick is, so in order to get there, and you just gotta beat the flight section. That doesn't make it easy! That's one of my favorite... The flight section has some of my favorite musical cues, though.
Yeah.
You haven't even gotten to the aliens.
Oh yeah.
The Aurum.
Villains are no match for Pyron!
Pyron.
Yes. Troy Baker. Troy Baker, my favorite.
Troy Baker.
Pyron loves a party.
Crap.
Kablooey kablami!
Alright, you calm down a little bit though.
You can't hold back Pyron.
More like you can't hold back the Jason.
Let's go. Oh.
God, this game didn't deserve this. This game, no, what I think. This game didn't deserve.
Is it Sans?
Yeah, I was about to say I'm exactly who you think I am.
The soundtrack is so legendary.
Still Sans.
Now we're playing hockey.
Oh. Wait,
Like,
what's this? Oh my god.
Like 3DS game with such intense orchestra, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh well, yeah. I'm just slipping all over the place.
My fucking combos don't work.
Because of the ice. Ah!
Of course, the ice by mistake.
Yeah. I could have kept the freaking ice.
Oh!
Go!
Wait, is this the way? Did you get the map from Tom's video?
The ice. Which one? The
one where there's like two big hockey pucks, or like two big hockey sticks, like hitting a puck around.
Yeah. Yeah, because like the entire battlefield is bottom of the stage is made of ice. And yeah, there's a hockey puck that just bounces off the stage. Ooh!
Can't believe that actually works!
I ain't even mad.
Fucking super jump kill.
Yeah, the super jump launched me into the goal. Oh no. Oof.
I'm at the Reaper's line of sight.
Better side B wins.
Remember that stage, Harry? The Reapers.
I haven't even gotten the 3 sacred treasures.
Well, you said you did Pandora, right?
I did the labyrinth of the sea.
Then that's right. Then the Reaper's line of sight is right before that. Literally right before that.
Oh, okay. I don't remember really.
The giant Reaper boss. The ones that have like, these, the ones that like when they see you, it plays like an 8-bit song and they chase after you.
I know what you're talking about.
I
know what you're talking about. I don't remember if I've done it. I don't remember it though.
Do you remember the Orn?
You're saying a lot of things that don't mean anything to me.
The Orn is like this flaming skull. No, turn it off. Turn it off. Bot. We're in streaming.
Wait, what?
Turn it off.
Wait, what? Who put something in?
I mean, like, don't you usually have the bot muted?
I don't think I have it on, but still.
Also,
Can you hear anything?
I was talking
Harry.
and I was like, wait a minute. I saw because I saw the bot appearing in here. I'm like, nope,
Harry.
nope.
Harry,
Yes.
do you hear anything from the boss itself?
Not right now.
Well, I think you hear it then.
okay, yeah, he muted it.
As long as you can't hear it, then you're fine. Anyways, I was saying the Orn was this flaming skull that if it touches you, it instant kills you.
Oh, that thing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, that thing.
You probably remember from Smash Run a little more.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it had like this creepy music when it chases when it sees you.
Is it impossible to kill?
It's an instant kill.
Well, yeah, I know that much, but like.
And it's invincible.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was asking.
Yeah, it's literally. If Pity even said that's not even. Pity even calls it out. That doesn't even look like sounds fair. Oh, you haven't even seen the Tempura Wizard.
I know about the Tempura Wizard.
I got killed by that one time. Never again. Cause that can instant kill you too. You know the Eggplant Wizard, Harry?
Yes.
There's another wizard called the Tempura Wizard, which turns you into tempura.
Yeah, it turns you into tempura shrimp, and it eats.
But then it chases after you.
Dang.
And if it catches you, if it catches Pit, he eats him whole.
Oh.
And
You know,
that is instant kill.
Dang.
Yeah, I'm honestly surprised that the Eggplant Wizard isn't an assist trophy in Smash, or even in Smash Run.
Oh, I love this part of the Lupus on a site theme.
Oof. Hold on. Yeah.
Watch out.
Were you almost about to survive that?
No, I don't think I can survive that because it just boots you out of the stage, and I think like there's lava. Yeah, it looks like there's lava underneath the ice. So even if you did, even if you did somehow survive that, the lava would just push you back down. Lag. Oh, never mind. It's gone.
I remember God, I love how I know exactly what's happening in the stage just based off the musical cues. That just goes to show how memorable it is, or about how many times I've done the level.
Yeah.
A little bit of both.
Oof. The goalie saved me.
Pitch trying to find his way out of the little chasm where it's narrow.
Oof. The goalie can't save me that time.
Eventually finds the hole.
Sliding song.
Ah!
3, 2, 1.
I can't do it.
You're out.
Hooray.
Is it a fortress?
I can't slide taunt.
Yeah, it's very inconsistent. I don't know why. Anyway, let's carry on.
Hi.
Yeah.
And cue the Reaper Eyes attacking from everywhere.
Oof.
You can't see. Let's see if I remember how the live seat song goes.
Oh, you were lucky.
Because I know what the reason why they had to go after the Reaper was because the Great Reaper was because apparently it was interfering with Palutena's power of sight, so she couldn't find the labyrinth.
Doria!
Got Dorian into the goal.
Sorry, Sans.
I got dumped up. Even
For the record, I've only cleared a few stages on 9.0. Like the first 4 stages, I believe.
I'm gonna see how this character does in these kinds of games.
It did feel good beating those difficulties, though.
Oh.
I have no idea how this is gonna go.
Especially since being higher difficulties rewards you with better weapons.
I remember trying on higher difficulties and it was just complete
It's
hell.
rough. It's really rough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think my highest average is 7.0 on all stages.
Okay. It's way harder than high intensity classic mode, to be honest with you.
Oh shit!
Dang it.
Oh.
What'd you say, Harry?
I said it's way harder than high intensity classic mode, to be honest.
Yeah?
I don't think it's even a contest.
Well, it's because of how much reaction and, like, focus you need, and just for that.
Yeah.
Because enemies will not let up on you whatsoever.
Yeah.
They take a lot more hits as well. Plus, on higher difficulties, some added obstacles get added in. And
Oh my god, that's the perfect
like,
example.
there is a... Like, in the Reaper Fortress, there is a jar that normally just spawns a bunch of the snake enemies, right? On 7.0 and higher, it's surrounded by 2 small orns. I'm like, nope.
Hey!
So I'm not dealing with this.
Pretty much.
Fuck.
You know who's the best character in the game? Everybody. Everybody just has something to say back at everybody, and I love it. What is this? Everyone pick on Pit Day?
No. Oh.
I touched the wall and it got me into the net.
I also remember the bit where one of my favorite lines is Hades was just annoying Pit so much he just goes, "Go home, Hades. Just go home."
Yeah, you literally just said.
Literally telling him to go to hell.
Yeah, pretty much.
That is pretty
Getting
good.
past the radar much?
Yeah.
Like that also reminds me of like in Earthbound where like where you go to like the blue KKK headquarters and one of one of the clansmen outright says, "Don't go to heaven." Yeah, that's an actual line.
Dang.
You cannot go to heaven.
Yeah.
I just be standing there like, huh?
Oh.
I'd honestly be a little confused for a second.
Yeah. It's hard to believe that game was rated E10 back then, back when it was new. Actually, not E10. E10,
E10 wasn't a thing yet.
Yeah, K to A. It was rated K to A, which is basically E10.
Have you played the Halloween hack for Earthbound?
No.
That's the one that has Megalovania in it, isn't it?
That's the one.
Yeah, because the Halloween hack was what Toby Fox did.
That was Toby's hack, wasn't it?
Yes, it was, which is why it has Megalovania. Because I think that was like the first instance of Megalovania being used.
Yeah,
The funny thing about that is the fact that the boss you fight actually calls you a homophobic slur.
Yeah.
After the hack, I think the next time Megalovania showed up was Homestar Runner.
Homestuck.
Oh, Homestuck, sorry.
Yeah.
Homestar Runner's the
That's the thing with Strong Bad.
Yeah, the thing with
Strong Bad.
Strong Bad, cool game for attractive people.
But you can play too. Oh baby, he was a dragon.
He was just a dragon.
But he was still
Trogdor, I think
I haven't even played this, and this is making me laugh.
I think I've said this before, but Trogdor seriously sounds like something Joe would come up with. Just in general.
the peasants.
Burninating all the people.
And their
Is this all freaking? Is this all freaking Strong Bad stuff?
Yes.
That's true.
Like, I think the Trogdor song is actually in Guitar Hero. I forgot which one. But yeah, it's actually a song in Guitar Hero.
That is hilarious.
Yeah, that's the first time I heard that as well.
Like in Guitar Hero?
Yeah, Guitar Hero. Yeah, I wasn't. I didn't even know about Homestar Runner until that happened.
I don't remember how I found out about Homestar Runner. I just kind of did.
I don't know.
I just heard about it, but that's nothing more. I think the first time I really experienced Strong Bad himself was watching videos of Poker Night.
I know. I think I said this to Lewis, but for a while I thought Strong Bad was like a meme version of Proto Man.
I mean, he could be.
Yeah.
I thought he looked like. Yeah, I thought he looked a little bit like like if Proto Man was from Mucha Lucha.
Yeah, I remember that.
He's not a wrestler. He's a wrestle man.
Yeah.
Yeah, my knowledge of Homestar Runner is pretty minimal.
All I know is whatever he says in Poker Night in the inventory.
Yeah.
One of my favorite bits is the Heavy is telling Taiko a story about how he basically very brutally made an engineer choke on like his own tools, right?
He was a dragon.
Hang on. Here's the punchline. Everybody's just staring at him for all that, even though like the Heavy fight was hilarious, and then Strong Bad's the one who calls him out, goes, "That is some fucked up shit, man."
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know you messed up with Strong Bad called you out on that.
Yeah.
You also know it's bad when Max has no reaction to that.
Yeah. One thing that I like from like the second Poker Night is like when Claptrap. What was it, Claptrap?
Claptrap, he's Borderlands.
Yeah, when Claptrap he tried like dang it! When he was when Sam asked him about like Gear Bounce and he tries to badmouth the company, but he has like an override that makes him say good things about it. Oh, like let me tell you something about
that.
Gearbox is the best video game company ever made, bar none. They treat They pay their employees very well and treat them with respect, dignity, and even love. Also, I am a total tool. With a rusted salad fork, you know what I mean?
And then Truck Dog comes in the night.
By the way, there's a fun little Easter egg if Claptrap somehow loses on the very first hand. If Claptrap somehow loses on the very first hand, instead of like wandering around the place, what he does, he goes in front of the player's camera and then just puts his hands up in an L shape. He only does this if he's eliminated on the very, very first hand. I saw this in a video, and it's just like the comments are all like, "Claptrap, can I help you?"
I also like how when GLaDOS first shows up and everyone freaks out. It's like I have good news and bad news. The bad news is you all failed the poker face test. The good news
this concludes the poker face comparability test. The bad news is you all failed. The good news is you're all equally matched.
That's classic GLaDOS.
GLaDOS is just the best.
Yeah,
I love GLaDOS.
Villains like her again.
No.
although Portal 2 into a bit of an anti-hero, but that's beside the point.
I mean, at least there's also Lego Dimensions.
What? Oh yes, that happened.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, didn't she bicker with HAL 9 with the HAL?
Yeah, she bickers with HAL 9000 because you summon to beat her. You summon HAL 9000 from 2001: Space Odyssey, and they start bickering.
I mean, it's
so they basically just have to while she's distracted, they have to set up like a configuration on the board thing that comes with the game, so you can beat her. Because they even outright say she's distracted. Quick, do something, because Lego game.
And you're just going back and forth, back and forth.
Yeah,
I
But Hal's just like, hey, is that you?
Are you Dave?
And she's just like, stop it, you idiot.
Yeah.
And he just doesn't care, he just keeps going.
Yeah.
What else is there?
2001: A Space Odyssey is one of those movies that I do kind of want to see, but I've also heard from people that it's kind of boring. It takes really long for anything to really happen.
I mean, but I'm gonna guess they also said that once that things actually happen, then things really start rolling.
I guess so, because I feel like there's a part of the reason as to why HAL 9000's whole spiel about turning on everyone is the most iconic part of the movie. Like, I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't allow you to do that.
I'll let you do that, Star Fox.
I remember there was an episode of Futurama where pretty much what they were parodying at one point.
Oh, yeah, I remember that episode, yeah, with the ship's AI.
Right, and they was like, pretend we're in the shower, just like any other day, and they're just mouthing, and apparently they're mouthing.
Yeah, they're just mouthing and thinking like...
I wish you could read lip.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know why, but I was even reminded of an episode of Recess, which also kind of parodies that.
I haven't seen Recess in forever. It didn't really interest me.
Yeah.
Oh, I love Recess. I remember watching that every morning before school.
I don't know what it was.
I
remember
remember watching it a lot when I
It's
got back from school. It used to be on. I think Disney Channel used to put it on. It was so good.
That used to be my favorite show.
Yeah, there were a lot. Disney Channel had a lot of good cartoons growing up. Yeah. Recess, Lilo and Stitch, Lloyd in Space. If you ever watched that one,
I remember.
I watched some of that. Yeah.
Yeah, Lloyd in Space. Proud Family. I love. Me and my sister loved watching that one.
I'm gonna confess.
Kim Possible.
I would never watch Kim Possible.
Oh jeez.
Oh, Kim Possible was great.
Yeah, it's a really good show.
I never watched it.
I recommend.
Well, I don't know if it's past your time now. Is the problem?
I don't.
At my time, you call me old.
I mean,
you
like,
know-
No,
you know
man,
what
it's
we
just like,
mean.
I don't think it would work anymore these days.
Yeah, I don't know
Yeah.
how well it's aged, but I remember enjoying it.
yeah.
I've seen.
I mean, like-
to be fair, I have seen clips of it. I still think it looks pretty good.
Mm.
I know, like, I know that, like,
My sister's
I don't like
text
people
ringtone
who-
is actually the communicator.
I know
Yeah.
that, like, a sequel series is currently being made for Disney Plus.
Wait,
What?
really?
Yeah.
This is the
What?
first I'm hearing this.
Yeah, a Proud Family, Louder and Prouder, I believe.
Oh. Oh.
So it's, I believe it's like a new season because but what I do know that there's like a time skip, where it's like where it's like now takes place like a year after the original series, so there's like a bit of a time skip.
Speaking of Disney Channel shows, I was getting bored this morning. Just couldn't think of anything to do while I was egg hatching. So I just put on Sweet Life of Zack and Cody.
Nice.
Oh, that's a classic.
Yeah.
I just put on a couple episodes. One of my favorites was the High School Musical parody.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
But they're actually doing the episode. Basically, the play is the movie, but it's really funny because Maddie he couldn't play her own character in the movie.
Yeah, that's hilarious bit. she can't play.
Yeah, when you're not acting Tisdale.
Yeah. Yeah, because like London is the better fit.
Apparently.
Yeah, because I know Maddie Alvin outright says, and I don't look like Ashley Tisdale.
Oh man.
Lol meta joke.
Yeah,
And then of course there's the Prindle joke.
of course. Would you like?
That's one of the best. This is one of the best gags I can ever think about.
Yeah, the Prindle joke.
Now, are you familiar with the gear shift?
You mean the Prindle?
What?
The Prindle.
Are you referring to the gear lever that says PRNDL?
I'm not a child, Mosby. I know how to spell Prindle.
It's not something you spell. It is a gear shift. The letters stand for park reverse neutral driving low.
You're making me nervous with all this technical talk.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, just relax. I'll turn on the radio. Would you like am or fum?
Is that what that's from?
Yes. Yeah, that's what Sweet Life. It's just, I don't know what's better, just the whole conversation itself, or like Mosby's face during most of that.
Yeah, because that's the delivery on it.
Mosby is easily one of the best characters.
Yeah.
Have you seen the distorted version of that particular bit?
I think I have once. I think I remember a bass boosted version at the very least.
Oh my god.
Of course.
there is.
We're like am or fum.
Oh god, you're gonna like ear rape everyone.
I'm gonna ear rape myself.
Oh jeez.
Well, at the very least,
Okay,
destroy my
I'm
thing.
used to it. Kappa.
Yeah, but I don't know if viewers are.
True.
Kappa dappa doo.
Jeez, I just went zooming.
Who knew Alpha's a zoomer? Hey!
Oh, god.
I mean, considering when Pikmin 3 came out, he could be. He may as well be a zoomer.
You guys gonna get Pikmin 3 Deluxe?
Oh yeah, I'm definitely.
I
getting
actually
that.
might. It might help. Just get stuck into the Pikmin series in general.
Oh yeah, like I think 3 is like the best one to start with if you're interested in getting them. Yeah, start with 3, then play 1 and 2, and then 2.
And then 2 and 2?
I suppose.
Yeah, like that I feel like that's like my recommended order that you should play them. Because 3 is a good balance of everything that they did right with 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Like Pikmin 1 is also like good if you know her also like basically wanting to like get into the series. But and I say 2 is the one you play last because no time limit and it just drags.
Yeah.
Like especially once you get to the second half, it's just padding at that point.
I'd personally say play 1 and 3 and only play 2 if you really enjoy the general gameplay.
Yeah. Because I mean, one of the few good things I will say about 2 is that like, is that like the dungeons at least have some level of strategy.
That being said, though, I'm kind of surprised at how much 2 seems to be kind of a fan favorite to a lot of people. Like a lot of people can.
Right. It's a little. To be fair, I feel like that's how. That's me when I'm just thinking. When I hear a lot of people mention Mega Man 2.
Yeah, I mean,
like,
yeah, I mean, like, I think like Mega Man 2 is fine, but like at least until you get to that boss in Wily Castle.
Turret boss. Fuck that turret boss.
Yeah, until you get to the turret. Yeah, until you get to like the turret boss.
Good game for the fact that it was mainly a side project, but
yes.
Yeah,
you can feel it. You can feel it.
Yeah.
Like at the beginning, it feels fine, but it's when you get to the later stages when it really starts to show.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what was I saying? I don't know. I don't know.
I wonder if people just like making use of the metal blades.
maybe we're in the minority or something, but it's still kind of surprising to me like how many people consider 2 to be like the favorite or like the best one.
Yeah.
It might be I mean, every time there's a freaking collection or something like that, it's always Mega Man 2. It's never any.
I'm talking about Pikmin 2, not Mega Man 2.
Oh, I never saw Mega Man.
I mean, to be fair, to be fair, I'm in the same. It's like I'm in the same boat with Mega Man 2. So
I like 2, but I think as much as I like 2, I think as much as I don't like 4, I think I'd rather play 4.
I think 2's a good first game. I think 2's a good first game.
Yeah, I can say especially I think the normal mode is a good first way to go into it.
Yeah, because 2's probably one of the besides the turret thing and all that. I think it's one of the easier ones.
If you're playing on normal, so you're playing on the difficult mode, it actually starts to go.
You wanna?
Did you actually ever try playing Mega Man 2 on difficult?
I don't know.
I've done 1 or 2 runs.
I have like I have on when I play in Wily Wars, if that counts.
Okay.
Well, yeah, that counts because that's difficult mode by default.
Yeah, where now Metal Man takes 2 hits to go down with the Metal Blade, not 1.
Regardless, it is the harder version of the game because at least because like I know one thing about normal mode is that it ramps up the default Mega Buster damage like something else.
Yeah.
I still think I would play 2 over 1 though. I'll say that.
Oh yeah,
yes.
no, I think anybody with a brain would have that opinion.
I think Clement says that he likes 1 more than 2.
Really?
I can kind of respect that, to be honest.
When I said that.
I can respect that, to be honest, because there are some things about 1 that I do like more. I think the difficulty balance for them. I think for the most part the difficulty balance is better.
Yeah, kinda.
Because I feel like a lot of the things in 2, I think it's just most of the difficulty came.
Spikes all over the place in terms of. I don't mean actual spikes, I mean different spikes.
Yeah, like a lot of it comes from that. Difficulty comes from that. Whereas like with 1, I think it's just a steady difficulty like throughout.
It's hard, but it stays consistently hard.
Yeah, I don't remember a point where it's just random difficulty spikes.
Yellow Devil, maybe.
Yeah, but
I honestly can't.
But you're also starting the last step of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always use the pause trick when I'm fighting the Yellow Devil. I mean,
I can do it without it.
Yeah, because I was about to say kudos, like more power to you if you can do it without the pause trick, but not me.
Although to be fair, I've only done it twice before since I don't play Mega Man 1 that much.
No.
Yeah, I mean unless I'm playing Wily Wars, then I can't use the pause. Then I just use the pause trick because the lag definitely makes it quite easier.
I think I overall prefer the, I'll say modern in terms of from AS7 onwards. To a degree, maybe except 10, but...
What you mean, like, just to get those games in general?
I think I just like, yeah, I think I think I've said several times that 7's my favorite game.
Yes.
Maybe just there's something about it that I enjoy more. Maybe it's just the... I love the classic series as a whole, but...
I do... Yeah, I do like the non-8-bit stuff a lot.
Did you like, where did you place Mega Man 8?
Overall? I don't...
Hang on.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
I think you placed it higher, didn't you?
I did. I was surprised how much I enjoyed it, actually.
I like it, but there's a bunch of issues with it that don't keep me from playing it. But it's just like they're constantly on the mind when I'm playing it.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's too easy.
I get that.
Cause you know, every time you die, you get all your weapon energy back.
Yes.
And like that kind of just like means like, okay, I can just go balls all over the place with my weapons now. It doesn't matter if I die, I get all back.
Yeah.
Also, how about that lack of proper E-tanks?
That is kind of annoying.
Yeah.
I really hate it when the games don't let you use E-tanks.
Yeah.
1 gets an exception because they didn't have it.
Yes.
Although in 2, I know when you get a game over, you lose all of them.
This is kind of a hot take or whatever they say, the cool kids say nowadays, but Mega Man and Bass is actually one of my favorite ones.
That's interesting. I haven't played it, but I really should.
I feel like most of the people that like complain about it probably haven't played it because they just watch like Johnny's review.
I have seen the problems in the level design though, and I'm like, it worries me.
What?
I get what you mean. I get what you mean about watching Johnny's review because it's like some people just like sweat.
Well, not even Johnny. I've seen Clement's playthrough. I've seen several reviews. I'm like, I can see the consistent problem with the level design that I
can kind of understand it to a degree, but I feel like it's like severely overblown.
I think most reviews even use the SNES version.
I mean,
I think Clement used the GBA version for his playthrough, though.
I thought he used an English ROM of the SNES one.
It's like
I don't think
when
so.
people talk about the Master System version of Sonic 2 or Sonic 2 8-bit, but they only talk about the Game Gear version and call it a shit game.
Yeah. If I'll be honest, I think Sonic.
What?
I think Sonic 2 Master System / Game Gear is harder than Mega Man and Bass.
Let me see if I try.
I'll be honest, I really don't see the difference between MM and like between Bass and like some of the normal numbered titles.
Question by the way, Harry, did you play that SNES ROM?
Yes.
Okay. Do you feel like you'd be singing a different song if you play the GBA version?
Probably, but that's Screen Crunch, so. That I'd be saying.
Too bad that's the only official way we have it.
Like Screen Crunch would make any game bad, or not necessarily bad, but worse.
Sonic 2 8-bit.
Yep. I mean, it's sometimes the GBA Crash games suffer from Screen Crunch.
To that's credit, though, it's a tad bit more designed around it.
Yes, but it's still annoying when you have to like make leaps.
Still annoying. I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying that at least it has a bit more of a design in mind. Obviously, with Mega Man and Bass, that's a port of the of the Super Famicom version.
Yeah.
So it's not designed that way.
It's a D port. I don't know. But even though
a rematch
I guess
or re-break.
I don't know, but yeah, the thing
I think it was rematch actually.
Oh, Mega Man and Bass.
Yeah, was it rematch or re-break?
I don't remember.
What do you think it was?
Probably rematch.
Well, because I think he was wasn't he?
Wait, what?
I think he was one of the more defensive people about the game.
Yeah, he was. It was a massive like defense kind of thing.
Hmm. He also had somebody else with him. I recall the review.
Yeah.
This was the Animal Crossing theme, the theme of Gerudo Desert.
One running theme I see from like some reviewers when they complain about the level design is that they seem to try rushing through it too much and say that the like stuff is like too random or something. Like you know like those spikes coming out of
those
the
things
walls?
in the ground man, I think it was, or something like that.
Yeah, or like the spikes coming out of the walls.
Yeah, we can't use humans here.
People complain about that stuff so much. It's not hard to avoid. You just look where they're coming out, and take your time.
Yeah, you know what? I'll probably feel that way when if slash when I eventually play it. I want to make sure my computer's not a piece of shit before I get a ROM.
I'll admit to this. It's not an easy game, and there are parts where it is really difficult, but it's not as much as people will have you believe, to be honest.
Would you still say it's one of the most difficult games in the series?
Maybe? I don't know.
Hey, how about Burner Man, who like apparently is it true that Burner Man really needs his weaknesses in order to be beaten?
Yes. I feel like so.
I think the Robot Masters are the hardest part.
Also, Birdman's stage itself is a nightmare and needs to die.
Fire!
I think the stage in Mega Man 11 is a lot more difficult, honestly.
Torchman?
Yeah.
I can get that. It's the firewalls, right?
Yes. The one in base has a similar issue, but it's easier to get around it.
Well, because you just gotta get rid of the Duke before you start it, right?
Yeah, something like that. I don't remember exactly what you do, but...
No!
No!
Why did I tech that?
At the very least, there are workarounds to the firewall in Torchman stage.
Yeah.
Look, you know what Power Gear, Thunderstorm, and Speed Gear.
Speaking of 11, I'm surprised at how much I'm struggling with that game.
I think it is actually one of the more challenging ones. It's actually, I think it's just above the middle road in terms of difficulty.
Yeah.
You know what it is, though? It's because I think the stages are a little too long, in my opinion.
That's what... Like, when I game over in that game, I just feel, like, so disheartened. Like, I'm used to the stages now, but I understand. But if that is a common complaint, I can understand that, especially since how checkpoints work in Mega Man games. Yeah.
If you're playing on easy mode, they do give you a few more, but
I think I'm playing on normal.
I'm playing on normal too. I always play on normal.
Yeah, that's what makes it hard for me to rank 11. I don't know where I put it because there's a lot I like about it, but I don't know. It's strange.
I wonder. You know what I think you should do is like once you're done, someday you should replay them all.
Maybe I would like to play the.
It's because once you have more prior knowledge, then the games become something else. I think all the games are better on a second run.
I can understand that. I do want to play the other like Mega Man series.
Oh, you just put a Silver Gunner playlist?
Yes.
Yes, we did.
All right. Because I actually like this one. It's just Lost in Thoughts mixed with Ballad of the Goddess.
I mean, it was my time to die, I guess.
I got the thwack! That is the first thwack I've ever got.
I mean, like, I was at 147.
You play Hero at all?
Yeah. I was at 147. Black was gonna kill.
Actually, here's a question.
Gamble.
Here's a question.
What?
Then. Before you started like replaying them, like again, like was 7 always your favorite, or did it come to that after constant replays, like a bunch of replays?
I think it's really difficult to rank the games just on one go. I think 7 was around the midpoint, but once I had a better understanding of it all, and because it all depends on like how, because like if I'm dying a lot in a game, even after multiple replays in one spot, part of it's either me or there's something that's like messing me up that not creating others, you know?
Yeah.
Like what's a good example? In Mega Man 9, in Cosmic Man stage, you know when you jump over the pits and those things that just suddenly leap out at you?
Yeah.
It's just like, say like you played it again and you forgot about that, and it just kills you, and that's just cheap.
Yeah, I can understand that. I feel like
it's not a problem for me, because I know about it. I know what's gonna happen.
It's a lot of trial and error sometimes.
Right. Mega Man games overall are, I just said this, but I think this applies to the series as a whole. Like, even X. All the Mega Man games are better on this go. I'm fine with that. Before we go on with that, Harry.
Yeah.
Okay, Lewis, fun story. Me, Nick, and Lewis were and Xavier were playing. I think Nick used whack. I held onto Xavier while a whack was coming at him, and hit him in the back, and it killed him.
Yeah.
Anyways, where were we, Harry? Oh yeah.
I was gonna say, like Mega Man 9 or whatever. I kind of want to say, like, for me, Mega Man and like 9 and 10 up like around the same level.
That's fair.
9
I think 9 is better, but only once you know the traps. There's a lot of traps in 9.
Yeah. The thing is with 10 is that I enjoy.
It's kind of safe, honestly.
No, well, I didn't really have that issue. I thought it was really good, but my issue is more so the fact that like I enjoyed most of the stages, but some of them like just kind of annoyed the piss out of me.
Which one comes to mind?
The Sandstorm one was kind of crap.
Oh, Commando Man.
Grenade Man.
No, that's Commando Man.
No, Grenade Man's
Grenade Man's Mega Man 8.
Yeah, I don't remember what other stages there were, but like there were a few that just annoyed me.
Was it Solar Man in 10 or 9? I forget.
10. That's 10.
Yeah, I don't remember liking Solar Man that much as a personal thing.
I really like the
Were you gonna try getting Magic Burst?
No, I had the
really like the
I had the fully charged I had the fully charged or what?
The
one more time, Harry?
Yeah, that's what it is.
The one that's like sports themed or whatever.
Oh, Strike Man.
Strike Man, yeah, I really like that one.
I also my favorite in 10 is Sheep Man. You know, the computer theme?
Oh yeah, that one's cool. I like that one.
Easy punish!
That also was one of my favorite themes in the series.
Yeah.
Hiya!
No. Too bad his weapon's ass.
Nope!
Also, Sheep Man I think is one of the most fair fights in the series, honestly. I don't know if like it's really easy to dodge him, but his hits do hurt a lot.
Nope. Okay, I saw that object.
That's the kind of fairity I mean. It's just like it feels like you're taking a lot of you're taking a lot of damage from one individual hit, but it's really easy to dodge him.
Yeah.
That's what it's just like that's fair enough, you know.
Yeah.
I'm getting hit by the easy to read stuff, so I should probably be suffering. I could just take a couple hits for him to get you.
No, you're still alive.
I am glad that they went with a more modern art style for
Fast as
11
fuck,
though, because I do kind of agree with with the fact that if they did 11 it was still 8-bit. I would get the impression that they can't really move on.
Right. I'm really glad that 11 is what it is now.
Yeah. So I like 9 and 10, but they feel like a weird backtrack.
I think 9 gets a tad more, I think 9 gets a smaller excuse.
Well,
Because that was during the age of retro revivals.
Yes, yeah.
10, on the other hand,
Yeah, by that point it's like...
that's playing it safe, I mean, by just not changing anything.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, I think 10 is good, but just another Mega Man game.
Yeah.
Oh no, oh no.
Although
no.
I do like the Weapons Archive boss. The Weapons Archive was a unique boss, though, I'll say that.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
Where it copies one of the robots from each of the games.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's cool.
The soundtrack in Mega Man 10 is really underrated.
I can agree with that, although there's not as many songs I can remember from it. Although I do remember, like, let's see, I vaguely remember Strike Man's, I remember Sheep Man's, I remember Pump Man.
I don't...
Strike Man was really good.
Yeah, Strike Man definitely sticks out.
I gotta be honest, I don't really remember many Mega Man songs outside of the ones in Smash.
You'll probably get better on the second run.
I don't know what it gave me.
I can remember 9 soundtrack like the back of my hand.
I think it looks like it gave fuck.
I think 9 is one of the strongest soundtracks in the series.
Yeah.
Lewis, do we have an agreement on that?
What?
9 is one of the strongest soundtracks in the series.
Oh, for sure.
Minus the reuse of the obvious Mega Man 2 stuff. Just hearing the background about... Harry, just hearing the, like, in the background.
Yeah, just random screams.
Yeah,
I know what they're doing, but...
Play Hero isn't.
If you didn't know anybody, you'd probably think you're watching hentai.
You know what kind of hentai I'm watching if I'm going,
Dragon Ball hentais?
It's what is it? VR hentai. You actually get involved with it.
Oh god.
I mean, those exist.
Thanks for the information.
I didn't even know that, but thanks.
I mean, like, I'm assuming they exist. Oh, let's go!
I was gonna say, Xavier, you have experience in that.
If I had a VR headset, then I would confirm.
I don't know. I don't want to know what you guys do in your spare time.
No,
Says the man on regular sleep. Oh.
Harry, should it really be in the call?
I don't care.
We're gonna get taken off of YouTube.
No, that's been worse. There's been worse on this.
You're gonna lose your channel for inappropriate content.
I mean, to be fair, we've had Sea's Brain After Dark before, so...
Hey, as long as this is set as not safe for children or whatever, it's fine.
I forget. Yes.
I'm saving that.
As long as you don't hit Tanner rolls.
Saving that one just for that kill.
While we're on that, I'm re-downloading GTA 5.
Nice.
Why? Because I want to play for about an hour or two. I had this strange compulsion to go back.
And this is to go even further beyond.
Hey, finally!
Let's do it.
Top deck! Okay, fair enough.
What happened?
I got banged, and I hit him, and then he got kaboom, and he hit me back.
Better down be wins. Oh no, why did I throw on fire?
Where?
I just have a weird thing where it just decided to hold shield for.
Yeah, alright, you know what? This is where I die. Yeah, it looks like we got Rio, Fiori, Blue Mary, and Athena. Yeah, correct. Do it again. What? Ah.
What the fuck?
What is on? That's what Harry was doing.
Wait, what?
I forgot what you were doing.
Me or,
Oh my god, I didn't even go through the thing.
Yeah,
you just bounced off the top.
Was it Puyo?
Yeah, I'm still doing Puyo.
Okay.
Woo! Hiya! Neutral deleted.
What do you feel about that?
I wonder if I could actually use the shield, the forward tilt shield to shield there.
What was the question?
Using the forward tilt where you use the shield in front of him to block whack. Like to block the whack projectile. Possibly, I'm not sure.
Oh yeah, get wrecked.
Next time you get whacked, just...
Yeah, I'll try that. I'll try it.
I keep forgetting the hero in the links that you're holding still and is supposed to be a nullifier.
Yeah, because I mean I know that works.
I just keep forgetting that. What is it, hypercam?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Unregistered hypercam too.
Yeah.
Is that actually what it says?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Not so close.
Okay, yeah. Since I'm standing still, the shield blocks it.
Wait, was I close? I know you were close.
It sounds like you're really close.
Really, this is probably one of the farthest I've been. How about this? Better?
It's fine.
How about this? Louder?
No, it's fine, it's fine.
Now here's me getting close.
Oh, that was
Oh god. Okay.
Yeah, our Kingdom Hearts session was just really boring.
Wait, what?
Hassan!
Oh, the Kingdom Hearts. Yeah, I mean...
We would just fly around. It's like, wee!
Yeah, no, it was pretty painless.
Fair enough. It was my time to die.
And eventually we'll get. Luckily, next session we're gonna get to get the toy box.
Yeah.
Oh.
Snow halation.
Oh my god.
Giant Puyo, what the heck?
What? That didn't count.
Oh, I see.
Oh.
That's weird. This is confused. This is messing with my head.
There we go. Go
Shit, I can sing!
Like I saw you on Comic Con today. I'm like, don't do it. Don't do it. You don't know how to talk, lead.
Shiakazing!
What the fuck? Boom! Do it again.
King of skills just the best. Dun, 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 dun.
Yes. Alright, what are they gonna do to this track?
Oh no.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. I didn't mean to do
Fair
that.
enough.
Plus it's Boulevard of Broken Dreams.
Oof. I thought it looked like I could DI out of that.
Oh, hi, Sylph. How you doing? Still doing the Puyo. Yeah, these guys in the background are playing Smash.
When you hear it, toes.
Yeah.
I end up listening to Kid Icarus Uprising music.
Why did I?
Yeah,
Why did you do that?
we were talking about Mega Man earlier. Oh, how about... Yeah, I saw the Indie World. It was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
I didn't get it actually. What was?
I know that some of the games that were shown there look pretty good. I like that. I do kind of like that fruit gardening one. That looks cool.
One thing that I saw is that I like at the end that was fast, goodness.
Yeah, they ended it with Untitled Goose Games getting a co-op update.
And I think they alluded to a physical copy as well.
Yeah.
So I can finally send it to Jason.
I'm that
Wait, what?
the game's definitely been on my radar before.
Nothing. Don't worry about it.
I mean, Untitled Goose Game's definitely been on my radar before.
Yeah, it was like a funny...
yeah, it definitely looks like it's going to be more interesting with co-op. Because, I mean, if one goose was hard enough to deal with, imagine two. Twice the chaos.
I can especially imagine it being really good for, like playing it with your, partner or something.
Yeah. Although part of me feels like it's probably going to be couch co-op, not online.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, this is Pirates of the Caribbean!
I still need to get Goose Game too. It looks like a fun distraction. I might stream that at some point just for the hell of it.
I mean, I'd be down to watch that.
Oh yeah.
Honk, honk.
I watched Fatality do a playthrough of it. It was fucking amazing.
Oh yeah.
This must be the best pirate I've ever seen, so it must be seen.
Did you guys see the direct?
I watched it on the bus ride home.
Okay.
What, you mean the Indie World Showcase?
Indie World Showcase, yeah.
Nope.
Nothing.
It was surprisingly good. It had a lot of variety.
Yeah.
I don't.
God, I wish they
They had
Go
a
ahead.
they had a lot of like shadow drops as well. Like a lot of the stuff was released today.
Yeah.
Like what?
I don't remember what a lot of them were called, but like pretty much most of the stuff shown.
Because I mean, I know that a few of them even have demos.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh! Nice. He hit me with a crit.
Don't know why I did that.
Well, now I have no mana.
No.
God. You know what? Now I really just want to freaking go for my 3DS library.
I don't actually have that many 3DS games.
Hiya!
It was a fun system while it lasted, but it's kind of hard to go back. I don't know. I don't know really.
Oh my god.
I mean, one thing I will say is that I don't really like the original 3DS's, not necessarily layout, but I think it's too crammed.
Do you have a new?
The
That was quick.
Yeah.
capture card I got is I think is a new 3DS. I don't remember. Is the new 3DS the one that has the nipple stick?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Then I got it's a new 3DS.
I use new 3DS.
Yeah, cause yeah, it's a lot more comfortable when you have more room to move your hands around.
Yeah.
I played Xenoblade. My very first new 3DS game was actually Hyrule Warriors of Legends.
And then at least you don't have to, your milk doesn't get spoiled, so.
It's so awkward. The song.
I mean, it's literally just like Slide but Gourmet, but Kirby.
I think it's cursed. I just hear you go, ah!
Oh god, that's too close to the bottom, I don't like that. He has like nothing on his board. I need to change that.
Oh, I thought I had a fully charged one.
It's happened to me when I was playing Ecolo. I'm just looking for my YouTube feed. I wonder why there's a video getting all pacifist runs on Cuphead. I don't know if it is in Cuphead in ages.
Focus, focus, it's a gamble. Give me snooze.
You gotta love that weird algorithm.
I was gonna say.
I
mean, I have gotten all pacifists on my own.
You wish the face tracking on the new 3DS worked better with your glasses? I just love how when you have to when you make like what's that, the gamepad or the 3DS or whatever, take a picture of your face and it makes a me out of it. It always looks really goofy.
Your face looks so tiny.
Yeah, I remember there was like a Vine Sauce video on that, but I think it was for the Wii U, but not the 3DS.
I just love how tiny it makes your face look.
They always like crunch your face.
Nice. He killed me and he was at 69%.
That's why I just try to hand make my memes.
Yeah, same.
How about was it Face Raiders or whatever? Like I got.
Oh yeah, game.
I got a kick out of that for a little while.
That was freaking.
Oh, I think I take a picture of my face upside down.
I like how I like how when you beat the boss or whatever, the explosion just looks like it has an afro.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, I swear to God, I thought I was the only one that thought that, and I thought I was going crazy.
It is an afro.
Like, why the hell do they do that?
Did you hear that? This.
Yes.
Oh wow, is it loud?
Not really, but it's noticeable.
It's like a thump, thump, thump. I'm sitting on a chair. As
Sure.
most people do.
I was gonna say, he's sitting on bananas or something.
Come on! Come on! Yeah! No! Oh! I was so
What
close! He got conclanked, and I was fishing for Metal Slash, and by the time I got it, the thing ran out. Like, the thing ran out.
I still remember the very first day Hero came out. Nick's just like, "Ha, can't beat me now," and I go, "Are you sure about that?" Like immediately Metal Slash, like he was asking for it.
Well, I never seen the angle of the wall like that.
I'm just gonna.
Alright.
Oh.
Aha! Two can play at this game! Two cannot play at this game!
Anyway, to answer the question earlier, Clement played the GBA.
It's a grab the oh,
Oh, for
no
the
mana.
base, right.
Hocus Pocus got rid of all my mana.
Hardu.
Oh.
You wanna give me the right color game?
Hocus Pocus, it's a grab. Oh, kaboom, nice.
Well, I'm screwed. I can make do with this.
Yeah.
Ooh, baby. I'm gonna do a couple more games. I don't think I'm gonna switch to a different game.
Okay.
Damn.
Not here.
Damn, not here.
Yeah, oh yeah, AR cards. I forgot those even existed.
Yeah, I forgot they did that.
Wait, what's going on?
AR card.
Where did this come up?
Silver's talking about it in the chat.
Well, okay, where'd it come from?
Because we were talking about face rate.
3DS stuff.
Yeah, we're talking about 3DS stuff, and we were talking about face raiders earlier.
So,
Hey, so what would you say is some of your favorite 3DS games?
Oh, that's a good question, actually.
I want to get. You know what I want to get though for Switch.
What?
What?
I probably want to get Octopath Traveler.
No, what I really
I need to get it eventually.
What I really want to get is what is it? Donkey Kong Divorce Cruise and Attack of the Clones Extended Edition.
What?
Is that like an inside joke?
I don't.
I didn't see that.
Sounds
on
like
April
it.
Fool's Direct.
You guys should know what these are.
Yes,
Wait,
Wait,
and then
I
there's
think I know.
Feed Vader Simulator.
Direct?
Yes,
Wasn't that
So
from-
that was like,
yeah,
That was from the April Fool's Direct.
yes.
or he just keeps stabbing his fingers?
Yeah, that
Yeah,
thing.
like, we get everything.
I'm still waiting on Dungeons and Browsers.
Let's
yeah.
see. Okay, Sylph said
When?
3D Land, Link Between Worlds, DKC Returns 3D, WarioWare Gold, Rhythm Heaven Mega Mix, and probably more.
Oh yeah, Rhythm Heaven Mega Mix. That's a good one. Oh, this is Tetris.
I still need to
In
play,
the style of
Metal Slasher.
I still need to play Link Between Worlds.
Yeah. Link Between Worlds is a good
Might
game.
need to re-release that for Switch.
Yeah, Link Between Worlds is good, especially if you like Link to the Past. Especially if you like Link to the Past. Link Between Worlds is definitely a good follow-up.
I remember being confused on how the stupid My Nintendo thing worked, and I remember the one of the rewards was Link Between Worlds. So I tried trying to get that, and then I found out there was just a discount, and I just got sad.
Oh yeah.
I thought I was gonna get the actual full game.
Nope, you just get it's just for a discount.
There was one time I got a full game off of that, but I don't remember which one. Oh no, I got Castlevania 3 off that.
Oh nice. Because I saw that and I was like, well, I don't care about this system now, or this service.
Balls.
My Nintendo is such a weird. Huh?
What's this that's mixed with? Oh,
Sonic CD, nice.
My Nintendo is such a weird service. I don't get it.
Yeah,
I also love how Japan gets literally everything while we get scraps.
That's what I guess that's what happens when the company is primarily Japan focused.
Yeah,
this isn't fair. We're caught out of so much shit. Like, they get like soundtrack CDs. Why do they always get soundtrack CDs? That's what annoys me so much.
Yeah.
I hate how every other version of Xenoblade Definitive Edition, like the works, or get the soundtrack CD.
Yeah.
I know it's annoying how the Mario Galaxy soundtrack is so rare.
Yeah, I mean, like I know that when it comes to special editions of games, Europe always gets pretty good bundles too.
I hate being in America sometimes.
Yeah.
It's not as easy as moving out.
Yeah. I mean, it's not great over here, to be honest. So.
Yeah, it's alright.
Well, I mean, more so where I am. I can't speak for
God, yeah, Lewis.
I can't speak for Lewis, but it's not great over where I am.
I'll be honest, Sheffield's good.
Dark Pit? Wait, why do I hear Dark Pit?
Wait, why did I shield? I have a reflector.
What is playing? Why do I hear Dark Pit?
Confuzzle the Jason, yay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Very confuzzle.
Yay!
I like when you're confused. What's going on?
I don't know what song it's mixed with. It sounds familiar.
It's Dark Pit. I know that.
Yeah, I know that much, but I don't know what it's mixed
Probably
with.
some MLG shit.
I keep forgetting I'm in FIFA mode. Or like, you know, the game mode.
Oh, you had just enough for that.
It didn't even matter.
The fuck is happening?
Everything and nothing.
Wait. Is it One Bites the Dust?
Yes.
Oh, okay, yeah, I knew it sounded familiar.
Oh, damn it, that were, but
Dark Pit bites the dust.
The Chewie.
Another one bites the dust door.
Yep. Like Dark Pit uses Killer Queen.
No! Oh no! Okay.
Sorry, Pit Stain, but Killer Queen has already touched the arrow. Boom. Oh no! Oh no!
This is big bad.
I still got it! I got it by just the tip!
Just a tip, boys!
Remember when my Nintendo had actual games for Wars when it was good? Yeah, again, I don't understand that system.
Woo!
I can't believe we're still having to wait to see
Okay.
if the Mario remasters are actually real or not.
Yeah. Because I mean, now it definitely seems to be that there's a lot of stuff hinting that's leading towards it being a thing.
I kind of just want confirmation at this point.
Fast as fuck, boy!
I getting hit by that.
But as one man once said, that's all the time I've.
God damn it.
Do it on FD. I'm gonna do this.
Will he human the mortal?
I mean, I would
Oh,
understand.
no, he went.
Yeah, left, sorry. I'll be back.
I mean, I can kind of understand you guys have been playing for a few hours.
That's fair. What the fuck?
I will dig through this somehow. Come on, give me a blue. Alright. Okay, that's good. That's really good. Okay, I think I won. Nice. I don't care about the ranks for the record. I don't know if they do anything in this game.
This is a mix. This is a mix with Splatoon.
Yeah.
No, not underwater again.
Stop it, please. I believe you can change. Cynthia. Yes, I think so too. I'm sure he'll be fine. Cyrus, I won't change.
Oh god, what are they gonna ruin this with?
The hell?
Yeah.
Harry,
Hi.
I sent you something silly.
I'll look at it when I have the chance.
Okay. You know what? You know what? Like, listen up. Something I like doing is just kind of putting on Clement's Mega Man playthroughs in the background. Cause he's just so chill.
Yeah.
Wait. How old are these playthroughs? Holy hell, is Mega Man 1 playthrough is 10 years old.
Yeah, I'm not surprised, because, when did he, like, considering, like, when he started the Sonic stuff, like, goodness.
How old was that? Like ages even before that?
I don't know, but at least 10 years.
I'm surprised. At least I'm glad to see so much content from Clement's channel.
Yeah.
He has a surprisingly nice wide variety.
Yeah. No, he's, like, free from Sonic, he can do whatever he wants.
Has he done anything lately?
He's done a few things. I don't remember what his last playthrough was.
Let me look at his channel. Let me see what his most recent upload is.
I know he did Star Fox Snares.
Clement, let's see. His most recent video was was a month ago.
Oh. Interesting.
One of the last things he did was Mystical Ninja Goemon.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing that in my feed.
I didn't watch any of it though. I just like seeing it pop up every now and then, just seeing the thumbnails.
I'm very selective with the things I watch nowadays.
No.
Well, you want me to go further with that statement?
Yeah.
I didn't really have like a follow-up. It's just, I don't know. It depends. I don't know. I don't usually just watch playthroughs of anything. It depends on what the game is and also who's playing it.
Okay.
That's all I have to say about that. I don't know.
Okay.
I usually, I most of my time is spent watching like like analysis videos nowadays. I find that stuff generally more interesting.
Okay, that's neat. Don't worry, I'm paying attention. I'm just kind of looking for my room at the same time because I'm just finding some old shit. Like, I found my copy of Explorers of Sky and I'm really happy.
Yay!
I'm like, yeah, you win. You win. Perfect.
Won. Okay, who's gonna be the final boss? Satan. Okay.
As per usual, I'm assuming?
He seems to be more often than not, but I'm surprised by how many times it hasn't been him.
By the way, I do have a ReZero manga.
Really?
Just one issue, apparently because okay, let me explain. My sister's boyfriend got this from from one of those Loot Crate things.
Yes.
And apparently he already had this one.
Okay.
So he just gave it to me. I haven't read it though.
That's really interesting. I wonder what's in that. Or, like what?
Yeah, I wonder what
It's literally the first issue.
Well, yeah, but like I don't know like how much of the series is in there. Because apparently, like, what is it? They adapt like a lot. Apparently they adapted.
Well, I opened one page. What's the main character's name again?
Subaru.
Yeah, it looks like his stomach's cut open.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Like straight down and straight across.
Welcome to ReZero.
Yep, get used to that.
I wonder if
How gruesome is it in that?
you want me to send a picture?
Sure. I don't really. I've grown accustomed to.
Well, I literally just opened a page and this is what I saw.
Oh my god. Why, Satan? Why you do this?
I guess I'll just DM it to you guys.
Sure. Screw it. Just put
Give
it
it to
in, like,
Harry.
just put it in like no mic or
Oh,
something.
no, Mike, yeah.
Well, it could also be part spoiler for all I care.
Yeah, I mean.
I literally just opened a page. I DM'd it to you. Where's Lewis?
Yep. For anyone. Yeah, Chaga does some good stuff. I only really watch a few of his things. I think the last thing I watched of his was Galaxy 2. That was a good one.
Oh, it's a little easier taking with black lines than red blood.
I guess.
This manga picture.
What the fuck?
What you see?
That's the image. I opened up to.
No, Digital Foundry uploaded a video the past few days.
Oh.
DF Retro, Sonic the Hedgehog put to SNES, Tech Demo Analysis.
So, wait. Oh, is it? Hold on. Is it that Sonic 4 thing?
No, let me just have a look at it.
Oh my god.
Did you see the image I sent you yet, or?
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna change OBS so it doesn't show this.
I just grabbed the picture, like snapped it quickly.
Why did Donald do that?
Donald and Goku.
Oh, okay, yeah, I see.
Right.
I see the image. No, you can post it in no micro, no context.
Although the thing is, I get the feeling that Dom is gonna see it and go off.
No. I can tell you right now. That's fairly what I'm assuming this is from is fairly early on.
Which makes it sound tame.
Yeah.
Fun. I'm gonna guess he's the victim of most of this shit.
Yeah. Oh, there's a reason why a lot of people call this show like Subaru Suffers or something.
Oh, so he, what does he like die every day or something like that?
He does die a lot.
Okay, this version looks alright.
Oh, the one you want to swing beat, but you had ever swing today. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh,
I'm just
yeah,
wondering
that
how like
picture
it
of Subaru,
works.
yes.
Just like, is he just dying and just reincarnated constantly? Revived, rather.
He gets sent backwards to a point, and how much? Okay, how much do you care? How much do you want me to explain?
Go as far as you think you're allowed to go.
Okay, I'll just give you the general basics of how it works. Every time he dies, he gets sent back to a quote-unquote save point, and until he can find a way to get past the points where he keeps dying, he just keeps looping.
I see.
You can imagine how insane that would drive anybody.
Yes.
So it's stuck in a Groundhog Day the entire show.
Pretty
I thought
much.
that.
Pretty much.
Man, I don't know what's worse, that or 10 hours of Johnny Test with crack.
There's a lot of theories on how he has the ability.
Like how he's doing this?
Yeah, he's not. He's not doing it of his own accord.
Something's doing this?
Yeah. Oh crap. I'm assuming...
Again, small reminder about that image I sent is only from the very first volume.
Yeah. No, pretty much every arc gets crazier and crazier.
Oh, fun.
You know it's bad when, it's... Lewis will know this, episode 15.
No.
I'm not gonna explain why, but you know it's bad when it makes Joey stare at it, walk downstairs, and then walk back up and yell WTF.
Did he just go, what the fuck? Like that?
Probably. He just told me about it.
Yeah, when Joey has that reaction, you know shit's fucked.
God.
Is it like I feel bad for him kind of thing at this point?
I can't give specifics. It's a lot at once.
That makes it sound very like you really need to look at it.
Yeah.
I have returned. What did I miss?
We were just talking about ReZero.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm assuming you haven't seen that, Xavier.
No. I have not.
I just
Alright.
something silly.
Alright, what did the silly goose send me? Oh, I've seen this! Also, not crazy, noisy, bizarre sound.
Ah.
That's like my favorite JoJo opening.
Is that the first opening to Diamond is Unbreakable?
Yeah, yes, for Diamond is Unbreakable.
Can't think this fast. Damn it, man.
Yes, so in Stardust Crusaders, literally just got past the part with Mariah.
Oh, by the way, Harry, that picture I sent you of Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive.
Oh yeah.
Apparently the image is taken from a Vine Sauce stream of Definitive.
Okay.
Part of me's not that surprised, but
you know, I think what the issue I'm having here is that the game speed in this game is usually fairly slow. It's only when you have to fight Satan where it goes stupid fast.
either you win or he wins.
Oh, stand proud, nice.
Its theme's great though, I love it.
Are you winning? Are you winning? But distracted. But you're distracted.
Damn it.
Dumb video. Henry Stipman, the freaking dance.
Jojo.
Ah. Oh no! I didn't want to do that.
Hey, Xavier.
Yes.
Clock a volley. Oh no.
God.
Oh, Lewis, have you seen JoJo? Have you seen JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, but really fast?
No.
Oh, it's hilarious. It pretty much just like hilariously summarizes what happens into the parts.
When part 6 eventually gets released,
yeah.
when I finish watching it, then I'll eventually do it. I'll eventually watch it.
Damn it.
I have nothing to say except Muda.
I know one of the bits from Phantom Blood, but really fast, is when when Jonathan encounters Speedwagon for the first time. He's like, "Hello, I am incidental character Speedwagon. I'm here to kill you, Spitty Hat." "Hello, incidental character Speed." "Just kidding. We are now best friends and partners for generations, spanning over a literal century." Okay. Father, I have proven that it's Dio who's killing you, so I'm here to arrest him. So I'm here to arrest him. Not unless I use this stabbing mask on you. Just kidding, I'm going to use it on myself. But I want this entire story now. I am afraid I have no other choice but to stop you. I have no other choice but to stop you. You can't stop me because I'm going to use my newfound power to take over the world. You don't say that yet. What?
Oh god. Have you seen BattleTendency.mp4?
Yeah, I saw it. Your next line is Nani.
Joey Jojo goes on a homoerotic adventure to save the entire universe, probably.
Alright, let's do this.
I already missed Battle Tendency.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I know you think, but yeah, I think Joseph's best Joestar.
Yeah.
Understandable, have a nice day. What the fuck? I just found something in, found this pillar cat. I'll send you this exhibit.
Okay.
Come on.
It sounds like Satan's like doing the F-bomb.
Yo!
Goodness.
Alright, let's see.
That was kind of rough.
Pillar cats.
Oh, if you're still here, Soph, did you have any, like, notable moments in your Puyo run where you had difficulty? Or, like, any specific opponents or anything like that?
Which?
What do you say?
There was one opponent called Banshee or something that I had to try a bunch of times. I don't remember that too well.
I think Banshee's one of the first.
Giant Puyo has been unlocked. A lot of the ones on like second tier, I sometimes have issues with. Or like when it changes, when the music changes, I mean.
I'm gonna dip, guys. I'm kind of getting kind of tired.
Fair enough. I'll just play as I'll play as the Ghost Twins and I think.
Take care, lads.
Alright.
You too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Boo.
And Petra.
Oh god, no.
What?
Only I'm gonna get that.
Is it a
that-
ReZero thing?
It's a ReZero joke.
What did he say though?
And Petra. You're not gonna understand it without knowing the characters.
Alright.
Huh?
Get wrecked, son. Oh man.
Bomb!
What the hell?
Yes.
This music in the bot.
Yeah. It's nuclear from Metal Gear Solid 5 mixed with snow halation.
What? Yeah, why were you gone for so long?
The world domination plans need to come to fruition. Clearly.
Everybody, I have a milkshake.
Hooray.
Nice. But the question is, does it bring all the boys to the yard?
That'd be weird.
I don't get the context of this joke.
Nom nom nom.
It's
This is nice.
it sounded like someone in the background just said "but."
You might hear my mom. And
Oh. Oh, I'm trapping myself. What am I doing?
yeah. No, yeah, I can do that now. Oh wait, didn't we say we were gonna take it? Or was it the other stuff?
Come on. Why you do this? I should do some damage.
If I ask a question, I'm gonna go.
Wait, what?
If somebody asks me a question,
Not to my knowledge. Oh, I was gonna say though, like, are we doing Toy Box tomorrow? Like, what's going on?
We might.
Okay.
I believe I should be free tomorrow, but I'm gonna be helping my dad put up a storage shed. So I think,
okay.
yeah. So like I think like once that's done, once that's taken care of, I should be free.
just let us know when.
All right.
It's not bad. I know exactly.
If you can't do it, let us know in advance as early as you can.
Right.
All right. Do I hear Dragon Quest?
Yes.
Oh my god, I don't wanna die. No. Why you do this? I thought I had something there.
You just gotta beat this. Are you just doing one more story tonight and you're done?
Yeah, I'm just doing the ghost. I'm just ending with the ghost twins.
Is this translated or not? Because I'm not looking.
It's translated. It's a fan it's a fan translation.
Okay.
On another note, I tried to find a physical copy of Xenoblade 2 the other day, and apparently they're pretty rare now. The lowest price I found for a used copy was above retail price, at least in the US.
Wait, it's rare?
Apparently, yeah. I haven't looked into it, so.
Wait, who said that? Was that
Self.
Self? I'd let Xenoblade 2 wait a little bit first. By the way, I know you finished like the beta like about was it like a week or two ago?
I think it's been a while. It's a bit longer than that now.
Regardless, I think it needs some more time to simmer. I think.
How did you do Future Connected Self?
Self? You're talking about?
Yeah, Self. So I know you did that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he still needs to be it. Okay.
Did you start it?
I'm starting to get used to this mode, but it's still really freaking weird.
The giant thing or anything?
No, rotate. Your board rotates every 10 seconds.
So it flips upside down?
Yes. It's bizarre.
That sounds incredibly disorienting.
It takes a bit to get used to. It's not my favorite.
Has Self answered the question I asked?
Check in a second.
This song.
Let's stand proud from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Are you sure? It sounds like Minor Circuit.
He's been meaning to start for the past few weeks, and he's starting to really want to get back into the game.
Let's see. Just a fair warning. So it's while most of the gameplay is generally the same, there's a couple changes there that you might not you'll take a while to get used to. For one thing, you can't do visions anymore.
Yeah. I forget what. I remember talking to you in DMs about this at one point, but what did you say would be like your next like long-term RPG? I think it wasn't it like Persona 5 or something.
Nope.
Yeah.
Well, are you talking about base 5 or Royal?
I think it was Royal. Okay.
Royal's good.
So I've heard.
There is no reason to play vanilla. The only reason I can think of is if you really prefer Last Surprise over Takeover.
One thing I don't like about this mode is that it also makes games take forever. Oh, probably Final Fantasy 12 or P4 Golden. Okay. You definitely want to try P5 if you like P4. Yeah. Yeah. I actually have. I actually have a connection with the P4 cast, so that's why I want to play that one first. But after that, I'm not sure.
I do like P4. I think I forgot if I forgot if it's been a little bit. What have I said about P4 and P5? Have I said I prefer P4's cast?
This is your opinions, not mine. I don't know.
It's been a little while, and my mind's a little tired.
I don't remember.
Like, I'll know exactly what I said exactly like what I said about my thoughts once I remember what I said. You know what I mean?
Right. I think you said you like the P4 cast more than P5. I could be wrong.
They have a better connection.
From what I've heard from people, they like P4's cast because they feel more grounded.
Right.
P5's is a bit more out there.
Correct. Yeah, they're a lot more grounded in P4.
I tend to enjoy those kinds of characters more.
It doesn't help that, you know, like, because like the P5 cast, especially since most of them are big out
are such big outcasts.
Hmm.
I mean, look at Yusuke compared to anybody else.
Yeah. Bomber. I forgot what this mode was. Alright, I think you send bombs instead of garbage Puyo.
What? What did you say, Harry?
You send bombs instead of garbage.
Oh.
Bombs?
The thing about the P3 cast is they all hate each other.
Huh. Okay, that's unique.
But I think the grander story of it all makes it very interesting to see them together. You know.
Does that get grating after a while though, like having them hate each other?
Not really. I wouldn't say they hate each other. It's just that none of them are. With maybe the exception of Yukari and Junpei, well, most of the cast are just kind of indifferent to each other. But the overall like bigger plot of it all kind of brings them more together as it goes.
That is definitely a unique take on a main cast.
But the fact that they're not exactly best friends.
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn down the butt because the meme music is distracting me. Anyways, I need to turn down the lights in here.
What are the bombs you do? Just oh, it just sends a bunch of those blocks. Okay, I see.
There is admittedly still a bit of a bias, admittedly in my mind because I played P3 first.
Right.
But like, I think I do acknowledge the P4 cast is a bit is a better group. As much as I love the P3 cast, it will ignoring FES and such. I don't talk about the answer. I like to ignore that. I like to ignore that when I can, because I like to keep Yukari's character intact.
I know you're.
Unfortunately, I had to acknowledge it when I think of other stuff.
I know you're talking about someone else, but when you say Yukari, I'm thinking of Azumanga.
I know what you're thinking about.
I'm thinking of the Yukari mobile.
Yeah, I know you're thinking of Miss Yukari.
That's like the funniest teacher ever.
And the most dangerous teacher ever.
Yeah.
Anyways.
I like that one pose that when they come back from like summer break, and then Miss Yukari just comes in like all tired and stuff and say, "Oh, I guess textbook. Oh, when's the next break?"
Get motivated!
Oh yeah, get motivated, get motivated. Oh god, I just remembered now. I remember thinking to myself that I need to do this dumb joke where I just, with no context, I just quote that entire line in like the server or something. No context, like just the day that I mean, summer's already started, hasn't it?
Well, for you, anyways.
Yeah. So I was gonna say like pretty much as soon as summer starts, I would just quote that entire thing. No warning or context. It'll be great.
Okay. I think okay, anyways, I think what I like about the P3 cast is there's definitely a slower burn to get to the point where they're more, like, with each other. Because otherwise I just feel like comrades or, like, team members.
Right.
There's a couple exceptions amongst the groups, but, like, it's very evident when you look at Ken.
Yeah, I'd be okay with that in principle as long as the journey towards it is engaging.
Right. It also fits the mood of the story a bit more because it's so much of a darker tone
Right.
compared to P4 and 5. It's like it's a lot more Shin Megami Tensei, let's say.
Right.
I mean, it's not as Shin Megami Tensei, nowhere near that much, but
It kind of has my brain too, Sylph, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of just do things and hope it works. I have gotten a bit more used to the underwater mode as I've played it. Like, I've played it a decent amount of times now, so it makes more sense now, but it's still really bizarre.
underwater mode. What are we talking about?
Underwater mode in Puyo. It's I don't I couldn't explain how it works to you. It's bizarre.
All right. Oh, is it the flipping thing you're talking about?
No, that's something else.
Okay.
There's a bunch of there's a bunch of modes in this game that are new to it.
All right. Anyways, if I were to recommend any versions of the Persona games, it would have to be the portable versions of 3 and 4, and Royal.
Yeah.
No, the background let me mute.
I didn't need to do that.
Mostly because they're the easiest ones and a bit more streamlined. Believe me, with Persona 3 especially, I cannot recommend it portable over any other version.
If I can't...
The only reason I can recommend FES is for the answer, and even then, I don't recommend the answer.
A lot of people are looking for the challenge.
True. Although mainly in...
I was honestly... I honestly... No. I was talking about the answer. No, I honestly was expecting a lot more resistance to that than
P3 is without a doubt one of the hardest ones.
So I've heard.
But the only reason why OG and FES are so notoriously difficult is, first of all, if you played the other games after that, ooh, you're not gonna get used to the mechanics.
That's why I'm like, I don't know when I should play 3.
I really recommend portable.
Well, yeah, well, right, but I don't.
If you want a comfortable ride, I'd say.
Well, even that. Well, I just mean 3 in general. Like, I don't know when would be a good time to play that.
I think you want to. Oh, I'm not even sure we should watch the movies before we even go into that.
Because I want to play 4 first, but I don't know what I should do after that.
I think you should play 4 first to see if you're interested in the series. It's in the game itself.
Okay, fair.
Because for the most part, 3 and 5 do have the same mechanics in terms of what you do on your day-to-day basis.
Okay, that's fair.
Play 4 first, and when you finish it, then I think you should get a better idea. Okay. Although, just a fair warning. I wouldn't play when I'm around, when me or Nick are around, because we're gonna backseat you to hell and back.
Oh, don't play with you when you're around, or do play?
We're gonna backseat is the problem.
Fair.
I will just say this: if you want if you want
Hello?
Did Jason die?
Dead Jason, no! Is he back to kick some
I cut out.
What were you saying?
Did I?
Yeah,
I said, like, I don't know. Yeah, I cut out. I don't know if I should say what triggers the true or the golden ending, rather.
What I mean by... Yeah.
Okay, what you saw in the show is pretty much what you need to trigger the normal ending of the original game.
Okay.
In Golden, you get a new social link with the character that nobody likes.
So
You have to max this out if you want to get the gold. If you want to trigger the stuff that goes to the golden ending.
More like the character that no one likes except Nick, apparently.
Yep. Cause soon.
Yeah.
Let's just say she got nothing on Taiga. Okay.
Yeah, because it's funny because I usually like tsunderes.
But this is like total creator's pet. Like. She might as well be a fan. She might as well be a self-insert. It's more. It's more evident when you play Persona 4, where it's just, especially after you've done all your fanfiction readings, you might be able to tell what feels like a self-insert.
Oh yeah, I've read some, like a good chunk of self-insert fics where like Marie feels absolutely self-insert in like almost every way I can think of. Yeah. If you can do it in a way that isn't insulting or arbitrary or whatever, then it's fine. But
I wouldn't say it's insulting.
Maybe that's too
like he's just like it's just like she feels so incredibly unnecessary.
Maybe that's too harsh of a word, but, more in the sense,
like, sorry, but like, she kind of like, it just kind of like gets in, like, she doesn't get involved with the main story itself until the very end.
For once I can say I'm glad I have a Vita so I can play P4G and P3P. Yeah, I still need to get, I mean, P4 is on Steam, but,
you need to get PS TV or something like that?
I would prefer to get PS TV because that would give me access to a bunch of other stuff.
And you can also record with it more.
Yeah. What was I gonna say though?
Blind Persona stream, let's go!
Yeah, that ain't happening, I'm gonna say that right now.
You could probably do Persona 5 blind though, I think.
I'm just for the hell of it, I might do the other, like, if I play the other games, I might do the story mode and the other dancing games just for the hell of it. But the actual games... Huh?
There's no story mode.
Oh, there's no story mode whatsoever?
There's just what the story mode is, if you can call it that, is you basically by doing certain things with your dances, you unlock support ranks, which gives you extra conversation with specific characters. Once you complete enough of those, you'll get you'll basically work with your Velvet Room attendant, and then you'll get then that'll trigger the credits.
Oh, okay, never mind then. Yeah, I don't
know. They're a little silly, but like you play P3 and P5 first.
Yeah.
Or at least understand who the characters are first.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah,
because they also spoil around the end game.
Fair enough. What was I gonna say?
I think P5 is after the end game.
I think that, I was gonna say a thing with self-inserts is that, what annoys me about it is when they do it, like they write them in the
I'm the obvious new guy who has like all the powers too.
Well, that or like characters are like instantly interested in them for no freaking reason, and like everything is centered around them and only them, and it makes everyone just become out of character.
You'll see.
Like, it can be done well. It's not like a taboo idea necessarily, but it's done badly.
I still don't think Maria's done that well. You've heard a lot of people complain about this, right?
Yeah, no, I've heard as much from you guys. It's a really easy like thing to get wrong.
It's an easy trap to also just get into.
Yeah.
Like, especially in these kind of remake things. Or updated releases.
Yeah.
I think Kasumi in P5R does get out of this. But I mean, like, it's very evident when her awakening is a very obvious Sailor Moon transformation while everybody else has a very normal one.
Yeah, Yeah, that's another. That's another thing with self-inserts is that they fall into a trap of being too overpowered compared to everyone else.
Way too Mary Sue.
Yeah, it's like, okay, I'm gonna like pop
What's
in.
wrong with them?
Yeah, it's like I'm gonna put myself into the story and I'm gonna have all these different powers and just be ridiculous. It's like, alright, you wanna slow down, like slow your roll a bit there, mate.
I think the third semester does a good job with that. At the very least, making her feel more like her own character than a self-insert.
Yeah.
What's up? Her story is interesting. She's also really cute, but that's just me. Not that I don't think Marie is cute. It just consumed me. Like, also, I swear, Marie's outfit looks like everything you can just take out of a bargain bin. No, not even, no, a bargain bin with a bargain bin of hand-me-downs. Even.
God.
It's very evident when she has like these weird socks, like miscolored socks, if I recall correctly.
Garbage.
What is your outfit? Anyways.
You screwed up my stairs. Damn it.
I'm sorry, but you screwed up into Harry's stairs. Sorry! What's his name? Harry!
What the hell? That sounds so bizarre.
and now the guards behind you will start cat dancing. Harry, give us your boob, baby.
Boom, baby. I'm not prepared for this.
Harry, let me guess, you have a great personality.
Oh, God.
Anyways.
Oh, Shazzo's the final boss.
Oh, okay. That's weird. Where were we? I guess since we're gonna I guess we might as well finish this conversation.
I mean, I didn't really have anything else to say about it.
Because that's not self-inserts. It's you know what else it is? It's like very evident in Persona 4 the Golden animation where Marie is just added into the extra scenes. Like part of the problem of also it being creator's pet is because it's just like she's trying to. Basically, they're trying to give her as much attention as possible, despite people not liking her.
How are the creators aware of how much they don't like her?
I don't know, but I want to assume so, because I don't think she does. If I recall, and Nick, I'll have to ask Nick to correct me on this. I don't even think she's that popular in Japan.
Oh wow.
I think. But she just feels like, she feels so there at points.
One thing I find
like
this doesn't
need to be here. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the beach scene in the Golden animation, it's like that was the reason why everyone's there is because they agreed to go there during the summer. It's a friendship with the group, you know.
Right.
Everybody has a reason to be there because they're all friends.
Yay, friends.
Ring just kind of comes in the Golden animation. She didn't just pop in. She wasn't invited, but it's just like she didn't need to. She just kind of like decided to get it. Like, why did she need to be invited? You know what I mean?
I just have this image in my head now where like everyone, the characters are just going about the doing their thing. And then she just like no like warning or anything, just pops into existence.
Kind of reminds me how Yusuke just randomly shows up during the Hawaii trip.
Well,
I mean, it's not random. He's there for a reason, because Storm's delayed his flight, because he was apparently supposed to go to LA. Because school.
Yeah.
But still. It's just like, oh, Yusuke's here now.
Oh, man.
Yeah, they don't even go to the same school as Joker. He doesn't even go to the same school as Joker. It is really funny. It's just seeing everybody's reaction to Yusuke there while Ryuji's talking on. Oh boy. Anyways, I could also forgive the third semester in P5R because it makes Akechi a better character. I mean, that's always a plus. Just improving Akechi.
Yeah.
Believe me, he needed it.
Okay, let's see, how many...
The pancake boy needed it.
Alright,
Panketchy. That reminds me of a very funny conversation in a freaking a conversation in the new part of Mementos in Royal. There's a bit where Akechi goes, pancakes. I don't want to hear that word again for a long, long time.
Okay, I need to do like 12 more stories, so we'll probably finish this in like 2 more sessions.
I was gonna say, it sounds like a 2-1 session kind of thing. How many battles are there per session, or per story? 4?
I think it's 7. I haven't been counting, but it takes surprisingly long to get through a story in this.
So 2 or 3 more at most.
Yeah. So yeah, I was gonna say, before I end the stream, and yeah, let's get crazy Inception crap going on, I was gonna say, if tomorrow we don't do Toy Box, I might do Hyrule Warriors or something instead.
Alright.
But, yeah, we'll see what happens,
Let's hope so. Let's hope Xavier shows up.
Oh no, he's gay.